Hello, everybody. Welcome to more Tooth and Tail. I'm Delphius. How's everyone doing on this wonderful Sunday afternoon, at least where I am here in Colorado? Welcome, everybody. This is going to be a fun event. It looks like we're about ready to kick things off here. I guess let me briefly go over the tournament structure. So this is the 2v2 Graveyard Betrayals. Very excited. I'm actually participating in this tournament, so this is gonna be a little bit of a goofy stream. I think it's gonna be just buckle in. There might be some areas of downtime. We might have to coordinate. Basically, we actually did this last time and it wasn't that bad, but yeah, just trying to coordinate with everybody. So this is all live. I know I'm kind of rambling here, so let me talk a little bit about the tournament structure. What would be the easiest way to do this? Maybe I can share my screen here. Hopefully I don't dox myself or anything. Isn't it? Wait, I disabled the streamer mode. Okay, maybe I shouldn't do that. Okay, hang on. I'll figure this out. Give me 1 second. Okay, so if I just do this. Bam. Okay, cool. Cool. Oh my gosh. Okay, this is a little jank. Alright, here we go. Is this... Sorry, I know that's a little gross. But, okay, so this is what we're doing here. So it's a 2v2's Bizzare Tournament Graveyard Betrayal. Organized by this guy, so thanks to this guy for putting this together. So the whole thing is going to happen today. It should take a few hours, we'll see. But basically, the rule set is as follows. So everybody has a team. So standard 2v2, best of 3. Now, when a team loses a series, they will use a resurrection point to play a 1v1 best of 1 against their teammate. Okay. So, for example, I'm with Tatanka, and if we lose, me and Tatanka have to 1v1 each other, and then if I beat Tatanka, I continue in the tournament and find a new partner if in Tatanka's out, or vice versa. So that's kind of cool. So it's like you're playing with your buddies. So me and Tatanka are bros, and then we're gonna win the whole thing, of course. But let's say we lost the game of best of 3. We 1v1. Of course, Tatanka would beat me. I don't know why I said I beat him in the example. He's a way better player than I am. And then Tatanka would find a new teammate with somebody else who just murdered their old teammate, if that makes sense. And then trader teams don't have a resurrection point, so let's say Tatanka beats me and then joins up with Erlu, who beats Sasha. So now Tatanka and Erlu are a team. Me and Sasha are outs, and then they continue on, and they're single limb from there. So if they lose again, then they're just totally done. It's going to be today, single day, best of 5 for the finals. And this guy's got some prizes that he's given out, which is really nice. Maybe I might coordinate with him and see if I can help pitch in for that. But 40 euros and Steam gift cards on the table here. So, excuse me, my voice a little bit today. I got a cough here. What's nice is with this new headset, it's pretty easy to like toggle on and off coughing. So you shouldn't hear me too much. Yeah, this is going to be a little chaotic today because it's all live, essentially. So let me show you guys the brackets. All right, this is an actual image, so that should be easier to just like... let me see here. Let's go back to the game. Let's go... Open link? There we go. Okay, cool. So these are the round 1 brackets. You know, obviously people showed up, or signed up, and then, you know, not everybody shows up. But this is what this guy came up with here. So round 1, it's going to be Evil Murloc and Urban Olive versus Cheshire, Saxophone, and Hylix. Oh, this is kind of nice. Like, we have a nice bracket of 4 here. We have Erlu and Sasha versus Tatanka and Delphius. That's going to be fun. Big Pimpintosh and Jordy versus Jason Blade and Sensej. And Milk and Spookies and the General versus Buchu and C and Nominee. I don't recognize any of those names, which I love. Buchu sounds like an old name. So, no, I'm thinking of Duchu. Okay. So, I think we're all ready to start here. Kind of giving you guys some lore dump on what we're doing here today. And again, I'm actually going to be playing, so I'm really excited for that. Let me hop on with Tatanka, who's in the battle room right now. Let's see here. My man, Tatanka, the legend.
Hello.
How are you doing?
I'm doing good. I was watching the stream.
Cool. Yeah, I think did I screw anything up introducing it? I think I did it right. I think I covered everything there.
I have no idea what the rules were. You just told me on stream.
What is our team name? Tatankius?
It's Deltanka, or it could be
Deltanka. I like Deltanka.
Tatanthius.
Tatanthius. Tatankius. We'll change it up. We'll be Deltanka for this one.
Yeah, Tatanthius sounds like some mythological Greek warrior.
Tatankius versus Deltanka. And then Airlu Sasha. Sasha Lu? Sash. Whoa, you could kind of Sash Airlu. That's not very creative though. It's just like literally putting the two names
Sastilu.
together. Sasha Lu. I like that one. Okay. Sasha Lu. Sasha Lu. Okay, there we go. Cool. Well, I feel like we're already in the tournament finals here.
Yeah, it seems that way.
At least the three of you. Let's see. Are our opponents ready? I think I saw something like Airlu needing a few more minutes.
Yeah, but what we have that Sasha and Airlu don't have is team spirit and
That's
cooperation.
That's right. So what are we thinking here? I build nothing but ferrets and artillery cannons, and you actually 1v2 them?
That sounds good.
Are we playing on the... Should we do the new patch? I feel like we should do the new patch. I don't think...
I mean, we can play on the mod.
On the mod, yeah. Not new patch.
Yeah. But the mod sounds good.
Okay.
I can go Squizard, Crow, Wolf.
Should we set a password? I'll say just password Sasha. I mean, I guess if I'm putting no password. We don't need a password. All right. Match options. Let's see. You need to go to player up. No. It's one of these options somewhere. And I'm showing how long it's been since I've had to do anything besides hit switch to observer here. Oh, did I already screw it up? Was I supposed to say create match workshop here? Am I crazy? How do you turn this to a 2v2? Not under match options? Oh, is it map? Oh, it is under map. Okay. Jeez, Manelli. All right. There we go. This is gonna be fun.
Yeah. I have no idea what we're gonna do, but we can do anything.
We can. The sky's the limit. As long as my controller is working. Do you know where the little port is? Sorry, I'm talking to my wife here. All right, we got a couple people coming in. Yeah, you need that like cord to like turn it on sometimes. Team 1, baby. Give me 1 second.
Always.
What do you seriously, like, what do you think? What do you think's a good strategy to do? I mean, obviously Badger in the late game is really good, right? Snakes and badgers.
Yeah.
I like raccoons.
I actually really like structures and ferrets in 2v2s because you're two people, you have less proportionally less resources in the ferrets.
Yeah. I can do that. I like playing that style.
You can go ferret MG and I can just make army.
Yeah. It sounds like fun.
I could go wolf, boar, snake, falcon. And you go for some MG ferret stuff with extra squirrels.
I like it. I like it.
Yeah. So I just get a ball of death and you are tricky.
Exactly.
But then do you want to go for skunks as well?
I can, yeah.
You can micro them kind of the same way.
Should I get something like a badger for the late game?
Sure, yeah. Yeah, then you can go pigeon, skunk, ferret, badger with squirrels and MGs.
Like I can kind of like mess around with the defenses and then switch into. Nope, this isn't it. Where did it go? Sorry, my controller's like old, and I have to use like an old USB cord to like turn it on. It's kind of weird, and like my wife just cleaned up everything yesterday, and now we can't find it. This is not
good. I got a controller to play Elden Ring, and I tried playing Tooth and Tail with a controller, and I played one game, and I've never gone back. It's so weird.
Yeah, to me it's very well. I think for me the reason I like it is because it's so much better for casting and showing matches. Like it's just a lot smoother. Yeah. So I always kind of enjoyed that. It is definitely a disadvantage because with the keyboard you can just snap turn to other unit types. Where on the controller you have to like cycle through it.
Yeah, I always pressed like 1 through 6. I never scroll.
Yeah, exactly, which is like way better to do that. So yeah, if I would need a minute, I would need to like figure out how to play this game on a keyboard. Like I've almost like never played it on keyboard. Okay. Controller problems have been solved here as we've been waiting on Airlu. So thanks everybody for tuning in. I should probably post this event in a couple more spots while we wait. Let folks know this is happening. I mean, Elden Ring, you gotta play on a controller, though. I feel like any of the Souls games is so much better on controller.
Yeah, you have to, just because of how the camera angle and how you follow enemies around.
Is that what you've been playing lately?
Yeah, I've played a fair amount. The main game and the DLC and the new game plus.
Nice. I haven't played the DLC yet. I've actually been kind of itching because I never finished that last. Like I unlocked that hidden zone, but I forgot to like go do it with like the Melona boss fight or whatever. So I never did that. Melona. Yeah. I never beat her or like did that area. Then the DLC looks really good. I've been trying to wrap up loose ends with like video games and like animes I've been watching and stuff like that. So my wife and I just finished Baldur's Gate 3 together. Glad to have that one finished. I'm almost done with Cyberpunk. I'm at the point of no return. Yeah, especially obviously over the years they've made it a lot better, but I'm at the point of the no return in the main story, and I don't know how far, maybe halfway through the expansion, Phantom Liberty. So I want to just finish Phantom Liberty and like all the side quests and then wrap that game up. I've been playing a lot of Magic: The Gathering and Final Fantasy 14, and those games are like infinite games, so it do not help me like finish games.
I've been playing against my brothers on Tabletop Simulator.
Oh hell yeah! Yeah, it's fun, man. All right, we are just waiting on Airlu here. I think he said he needed a few more minutes. So, yeah. What do you think of the new mod patch, or new? I guess it's not new anymore, but do you think that's ready? Think Eel should just roll that out into live, or?
You mean the one we're playing on right now?
Yeah, which by the way, I should probably make sure we are
yeah, of course. We should definitely make this live. It's more fun, it's fresh, it's cool, you can do a bunch of different strategies, and also it's been the default to play on for like a year now or whatever.
What do you think of the raccoon and crow? My take is like, I want raccoons to be better than they are because it's just a very I like that style of unit. I don't think they're bad. I think a lot of like I've had a lot of fun early game matches where like both sides are going raccoon, and it can be really interesting.
Yeah, I mean, raccoons are really good early game, especially with pigeons. You can actually make like one base tier 2 pushes now with raccoons and pigeons, which is really cool.
Yeah.
But it's so unfortunate that they fall off so hard against falcons that once you have like 6 of them, the falcons are way better.
Yeah. Well, I feel like chameleons are just also really good against them live or in the early game.
Yeah. I also like that early game raccoons being a strategy also makes tier 2 snake first a good opening.
Yeah.
Because I really like snake first.
Yeah. Do you think snakes are good against cams? I mean, it seems like they would be, right? Because you can poison them and stop them from like
in the
sneaking
very
away.
early game. Yeah, if there's not many tier 1 around, but then you know, as tier 1s grow, the camps get better.
In your
specifically.
In your latest tournament matches, we saw a lot of like snake like it was a lot of like badger versus snake, right? Which it's kind of it seemed really cool, like kind of high skilled. Like, what are you focusing on microing? You know, trying to get in there with the snakes, or are you trying to keep your badger alive? I think a lot of games you weren't even running the badgers, but if I'm memory serves, you were just making like a ton of snakes. It just trying to like dive in on the badgers.
But, so you want to keep your snakes alive, because if you run in with the snakes and try to focus fire the badger too early, or when it's plumped up, then you can just lose all your snakes. But so basically you're trying to posture away the badger from the fight, and then if the badger steps up too far, then you want to try to focus it. But it's tricky because it's very difficult to focus down a badger if they're running away with the badger and they have an army in the way. So it's kind of like a lot of the time you're just fighting and then you see what happens, and then sometimes you try to focus the badger.
So do you like the wolf tier 2 style better than badger for like hyper late game army?
I think the badger late game is better. I prefer the wolf late game. I mean, I think it's much more fun to run around with squizzard, crow, snake, wolf than it is to have a badger with pigeons and falcons.
I think what pushes badger over the top in like the hyper late game is when you can get like 3 or 4 badgers, you know, like
because then the badgers need like 5 seconds in a fight to rev up, and you can kill like 1 badger in 5 seconds, but you can't kill 2 or 3 or 4. So then you kill 1 because you have to focus. You focus on 1, and then all the other ones are fully revved up, and you can keep fighting with them.
Yep. Okay, Airly just said he's here. Cool. So we should be getting started here soon. Really excited for this. This is gonna be fun. So I wonder. I mean, it looks like this guy's just doing everything in spreadsheets, but I wonder if the math gets fuzzy with like the resurrection, because right now it's a pretty even Steven like quarterfinal style bracket at the moment with what he's got, you know, or even semifinals really. We're going to 2. Yeah. So there's eight teams participating, but it's going to get a little weird with the deaths. So let's think about that. So next, no, it is a quarterfinal. So we're essentially going to have 4 teams win, and then we're going to have 2 more teams of like the resurrected players, right? So we're going to have 6 teams in the tournament from there. I'm sure this guy's thinking about how he wants to approach that.
There's 3 games between the teams, and then 3 players should make teams. So what happens?
And then it's going to even out there, because we're going to have 4 players out of that make 2 new teams.
But then you get 1.5 teams at the end, because 3 matches are played, and then 3 players win the elimination, and then those 3 players need to make teams.
Right? You might have to do something like the team that hasn't died. Like if me and you haven't died, maybe we get the bye. You know, to like advance to the finals
Yeah,
if you get in that kind of situation. I think that would be fair. All right, here we go. So let's see, squirrel ferrets. So should I go like machine gun balloon? Do you think?
I don't think you need the balloon. I think you need the skunk and the pigeon.
Just turrets? Like,
yeah,
you think this is good?
I think that's good.
Cool. Yeah, because then I can transition to Badger later. And I got Squirrel, Skunk, Pigeon for real fights. And then I could try to be Mr. Ferret turrets. So, cool. All right, here we go.
Good. Yeah. And then you can try to be aggressive.
Yeah.
At some point.
Yeah. I mean, there's a few different ways I could go about this. Ooh, you're bringing the boar out, huh?
Yeah, I love that. Wolf boar, Grizzard crow.
Can I lower the game music a tad? Yes, thank you for that. Absolutely. Let me know if that's better. I am on like a slight delay. Hey, what's up, Premium Bo? I'm surprised you're not in the 2v2 tournament. Yeah, let me know in the chat, please, on the levels. I'm just like a very slight delay. But I will be looking at the chat. All right, Sasha's still thinking here. This is best of 3. Yes, stream sniping.
Sasha doesn't need to scout. They have binoculars outside your window. You know.
Alright, here we go. Yeah, this is best of 3. Alright, we're right next to each other. That seems good. Should we pre-8 farm Warren, just to make sure they don't try to cheese us down?
We could. I don't think they will.
Okay.
We're pretty close as well.
Yeah. Yeah, we have a better spawn than them.
Just beware moles.
Yeah.
Because they could try to double mole us.
Yeah. And
but it looks like I can lizard harass them very well because they're so spread out.
I'm gonna go ahead and just throw down a Warren so we don't get teased.
Yeah. But I'm not gonna go in for any pre-8 farm harass.
No.
They also have 2 really nice back bases.
Yep.
But you can take the front one and try to...
Yeah, we can take the one right in front of you and then start setting up some MGs there.
Yeah. Because if you get some MGs by the cliffside,
yep.
You can poke both bases, and then I can run around to prevent them from just running into our base.
Yeah, I feel like I could just like MG push Sasha pretty easily.
Yeah. I'm gonna go triple lizard right now.
Okay, I'll just go ahead and get a mill up. I need that mill to start gaining HP.
Yeah. Yeah, because if you get that mill and I don't get a mill, then you can also get extra farms, and then if you get ferrets soon, like pretty like right now, we could push with the first MG.
Okay. Yeah, I'll go ahead and throw down tier 2 Warren.
They're getting a base each, so...
Okay.
That's nice.
So they're not going to be aggressive, so I should have plenty of time for my ferrets.
Yeah. I'll also sell and get extra. They could have toads actually, so that's a little scary. Oh, they have mines.
Okay. See how crazy they're going on their farms. A couple farms on each. You probably need an expansion.
Yeah, I'll get one, and I'll get some snakes. But you can, do you have a ferret on the way?
Yeah, ferrets are cooking right now. I'm gonna put my turrets like way up here, right?
Yeah, you can put here as well. Yeah.
Oh, nice. more against like blue.
Yeah, more of them. Yeah, nice.
Okay.
And if you have like 4 of them, that's really nice.
Okay.
And I'll get 2 farms. And now if you just go.
Yep.
But you can do here or down here.
Bula, bula.
Focus the pigs. or similar. He's got a lot of units.
Okay, I'll make some squirrels so I'm not just dead in the water here.
Yeah.
Oh, they're gonna try to break.
Okay, I'm coming. I have a snake. I'll go in on the left side. But you need 2 snake tags to kill a pig now, right?
Yeah. No, it's just one.
On this patch? Isn't it 50?
Oh, did they change it?
I think so. Anyway,
I'm gonna just start hitting green. This seems easier.
I'm gonna kill several pigs.
Oh, they're coming in.
Okay, I'll retreat.
Damn, dude, these turrets.
Oh shit. Ah, it's fine. It's fine.
Well, I can't.
Oh, they have a lot of units. Okay.
Yeah. Oh shit. They might just be busting us. Yeah, the moles started chewing through my.
Get the skunks with the ferrets. Focus the skunks.
What happened? Oh, you were like, you messed up green pretty good, didn't you?
A few. Yeah, let's check what he has. They probably have more farms, though. Yeah, they have way too many farms.
Yeah, maybe we should have just.
We have to get something done. Yeah, I mean, if they don't have ferrets, we can just keep making MGs instead of squirrels.
Yeah, I'm for some skunks here. They're coming in on me. Yeah. I think they got it. I think they're just too far ahead economically.
I think so.
Okay. I think with this strategy will work. You just need to eco a little harder at the beginning, maybe. Man, I thought we had him for a second there. I wonder what went wrong.
I can go skunks early.
Do we need cam? Like, I feel like they just kind of outpowered us with like cams, maybe. Could I try to ferret skunk? Yeah. I'll do something more basic, just like cam falcon.
Then I'll go badger pigeon as well.
Okay.
And then
I go wolf.
I can go MG. Oh wait, then I can go falcon as well, and you can go MG.
Okay.
So then I make the ferrets early, and then you make the MGs early, so one person doesn't have to pay for both of them.
And then I'll do cam falcon wolf.
Wait, but then I need to get the base. I don't know. You can go badger pigeon. I go MG wolf.
Then should I get skunks?
But I already have skunks.
Well, I'm saying this way you don't need the skunks.
But it's really nice to have skunk ferrets because you can micro them together.
Then we'll go cam.
Alright. And then one more thing.
I want to play raccoon, but probably not the best. Maybe just falcon? I get
that works.
Badger wolf for the late game?
Yeah, but I already have wolf.
Yeah. Okay.
Alright, nice. This looks good. And then if I can't ferret them right away, I can go skunk falcon into wolf, which is also just kind of good.
Yeah, I think we should just try to like 2-base eco and make sure we don't fall behind on money.
Yeah, because it seems like they are just gonna make a good army. Like that's what they're gonna do. They're just gonna make cams and moles.
Right. Yeah, I think the moles really.
Then if I take this space right here, I can get MGs pretty close to their expansions because now they have forward expansions.
Right.
And if I just spam MGs, it's gonna be really nice to push. And then you can take the base on your right if you want, but that's pretty risky because they can just attack you from their
water.
base. So if they expand early, I expand, but you don't expand, you just get a bunch of units so that we can fight them. And then I can poke with my ferrets, and they will have to attack into us.
You could take the base like all the way up here. Like you could take this, and
It's too close. It's closer to their base than to ours.
Yeah.
But I'll take
They're
this
both
base,
expanding.
right? Okay, perfect, perfect.
I guess we'll just have to take this back one. Maybe.
Yeah, because now, oh wait, they sold one of them. That's fine. But if you just get army right now, like tier 1.
Okay. Yeah, I'll build some Squizzard.
And I go for a ferret. With just one squirrel worm.
There, double tier 2 from Sasha. 3 tier 2s on the way.
They have one farm now.
So I should probably go tier 2.
They have mines. Okay, so here I'm putting down MGs.
They might just try to attack. We might be in a base race situation because they might just try to attack this right base from me and try to avoid your MGs, you know?
Good, yeah.
Check on their farms. Okay.
He definitely has some cams.
I could just try to backstab Sasha.
Yeah, I'm gonna go for more farms. Because he's going for 3 farms. 2 farms. Okay, he has double raccoon.
Go poke with your ferrets a little bit to move them, get their attention, and then I'm gonna cam stab.
Yeah, Yep, yeah. Yes. Oh, they're going. They're attacking.
Okay. Coming back. Can we hold, or should I just keep going?
I mean, I can't hold. They have way too many units. Yeah, again, they just went for army. Like, they just made units.
Making units is good.
Yeah, unfortunately. Yeah. With the mods as well. Yeah. Yeah, I had 5 MGs and it wasn't enough.
Did it do anything?
No.
Yeah, is it just the moles, you think?
Yeah, I mean, they just had way too many units. I mean, they had more squirrels, 4 raccoons, and moles.
Alright, well, GG.
Yeah,
I guess the MG strategy is not as good as make units and move forward. But then yeah, I was trying to backstab too, so I wasn't there. Cool. Well, they got this first game, so that means Tataka and I have to kill each other.
That's true. Now we betray.
So all right. So now it is a 1v1.
Best of 1.
Best of 1. Best of 1.
Yeah. Hence.
And all right. Good luck, sir.
Yeah, good luck. I mean, we can stay voice chat if you want, or if you want.
Yeah, no, I don't care, man.
Stream.
I honestly expect you to win, and then I'm just gonna cast anyway. So I believe in you, though. You're gonna rise through the ranks here, and
we don't know. I don't know.
You never know.
You never know. Yeah, but I mean, when I started playing Tooth and Tail way back now, you know, my mentality when I started playing in tournaments was very simple. I just make units, and I always have one more farm than my opponent, and that won me like several tournaments in intermediate.
That is a good way to look at the game.
That's basically what they did this game, where they just made units and they always had one more farm.
Yeah, we were trying to be clever. We're like, we could do this MG thing and it'll be fun. It was
But
fun.
it would be so funny though.
It would be cool.
And sometimes it works.
I miss the old days of like the balloon walls and the owls. Now everyone's too good at this game, and everyone's just like, nah, these are the best units, and we're gonna make them. And
yeah, I mean, everyone says that owl versus owl late games are super boring, but I think it's fascinating to see like 7 owls versus 7 owls, and then you have like skunks and ferrets and balloons and artillery kind of like. It's very grand, you know. It's like a grand battle.
Yeah, exactly.
And the fighting never stops.
Yeah, it would become like very intricate, right? Like
and it's like trench warfare.
Yeah, exactly. And people starting to make balloons and stuff. Like it was an interesting time. I remember you were the leader of what was the Wolf Owl
Empire.
The Empire, yeah. With the greatest series of Tooth and Tail ever played. Where Mishi came back and beat you 7 games in a row.
Yeah.
It was insane.
Oh, that was a great patch. And everyone hated Wolf Owl, but then whatever. People didn't play Wolf Owl, not really.
Yeah. But I agree. I think it's a lot of fun when like you know, the game's a little more intricate than Death Ball throwing at each other. All right, let's see. Like I love games of Tooth and Tail where like there's army swaps and then like nobody actually wins, you know.
Yeah.
And then you have to like go back and sell and make decisions on like what you're gonna keep, what you aren't.
Yeah. No, it's really cool. I really dislike the meta of make a badger army and then fight.
Yeah. No! Squirrels get hurt! I just saw that on the map. I was like, I just realized that was an actual factual path.
Yeah. Oh, I'm very disjointed here. That's bad.
Yeah, the squirrels your lizards came in way too early.
Yeah.
No! Not my nest egg. Just let me get the fox. Boo.
No.
This strategy would have been a lot better if that path was not there.
Yeah, no, then I would have done something very different.
Yeah.
Are you just making another owl? Another fox? Maybe.
Yeah, this time I'm making an owl. Oh god, I'm so far behind. Man. That one tile on the map. My poor old eyes did not see.
My favorite tile.
Your favorite tile. I thought that was a pocket base. It was not a pocket base. Alright. Your army is not at home. Your army is trying to stop me from getting this base. Dutch Defender in the chat, dude. Hell yeah. Good to see you, man. I played when Fox was peak in game. Fox one-shot farms. Dude, this guy knows what peak Tooth and Tail was. Well, so if you did just join the stream, we are in the 2v2 chat our tournament here, and Tatanka and I were on a team. We lost, so that means we have to best of one each other. And now Tatanka is playing with his food as this game is over, and he's about to bring down the hammer here. I tried to do the cheeky early fox, and it did not work. But this means that Tatanka will join a new team made of somebody else who also lost their first game and murdered their teammates. And we kind of keep doing that. It's like your one extra life until we have a tournament winner. Okay. Let's see this army. What do you wait? Okay, you got your wolf. He's waiting on his boar. If only I had lizards. I'm at least gonna kill your your mill.
Yeah.
Alright, that was the best chance I had. Okay, you got it from here. GG, sir. Good luck in the rest of the tournament. Alright, so let me see where we're at with this guy. Or what other lobby I can possibly hop into. I don't see any public lobbies. I would ask the players. They must probably quickly adjust a bracket with the current results and the missing teams. Is a green? Okay, I think that's just saying that they didn't show. Gotcha. Okay, so Premium Bow is in the tournament now. Cool. Okay, so we gotta figure out what the next game is here. Hopefully we can watch something. Guess I can reset the scoreboard. This is where it is gonna be a little bit sloppy of a day, so bear with me, people in the chat. I apologize, the YouTube video won't be super slick. But we probably will have some downtime here and there in between matches. Lobby C is early to start, so you can cast it. Lobby A is ready for the 2 round. Oh, Lobby C is ready to start? Is what I meant? Oh, yeah. Yeah, is that Urbane Olive game? Hell yeah. Cool.
Do I know what team I'm gonna get a teammate from?
I don't think so yet. I let this guy know that you are out and about.
That I stabbed you in the back.
You got me. And my 8 farm fox didn't work against one of the best players ever.
I think lore-wise, I ate your corpse.
Well, I'm Hopper, so I was already missing one hand.
Yeah.
Jordy premium game, basically. Okay. Let's cast the premium game. So is that lobby C? I'm confused. Let's see. Maybe we can just cast all the games. It doesn't seem like there's going to be that many. But I don't want to slow things down is the problem.
I'm with Helix. Helix.
Is it too late? Are they already playing? Okay. All right. I'm getting in here. Okay. Well, do you want to hang out and cast with me?
Sure. Yeah, I can join if the password's zombie.
Yeah. I don't know where it is. It looks like somebody just won, so I think we're in a good time. So it's gonna be tough to keep. So who's on these teams? It's gonna be Premium Jordy.
Oh, they're not lined up. Oh, they gotta line each other up. They gotta line up correctly. Otherwise, it's gonna be in the wrong order in game in the UI.
Oh god. I see what you mean. Yeah.
I mean, I guess it fits that they're on the wrong side because it's the Betrayers tournament.
Yeah, that's true. Jason Zen versus Premium Jordy here. I think that's what's going on.
Sensage and Jason Blade's team name, Zen Blade.
Oh, bro. Did they actually make that up, or did you just come up with that?
I don't know what they have come up with.
Oh, well, that's way better than what I said. Zen Blade. Dude, they should win the tournament just because of the name.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't... Oh, it looked like Premium's team won the first game. Okay.
All right, so it's 1-0 to
I think it's 1.
Jordy.
I think it's 1-0.
Well, we see some similar strats from Sensage to what we were going for. They're also splitting up the Ferret and the MG between two players. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff you can do in 2v2's and it's very unexplored. Like if you were gonna try hard in a 2v2, what would you even do? Like what would be your strategy?
Honestly, I think what Sasha and Araloo did made a lot of sense, right? Like just building good tier 2.
Yeah, but
they probably had like Badger for the late game, you know, like just scouting.
It's very effective, but it's
very
also
effective,
very simple. It's very like obvious.
Well, if you want to see, I mean, Premium Bo is like the legendary 2v2 memer, right? Like he would always do the craziest shit and like get away with it and like win games.
Yeah.
All right, so let's see. We got the Zen Blade over here. Okay, at least just don't look at the nameplates, right? The top left, we got Premium Jordy. Pretty decent.
Very cool map. Very,
yeah.
Very good looking map.
Yeah.
This looks like a custom map.
I mean, it's gonna be a little tough for Zen. Well, like Zen getting a third base, I guess is gonna like third bases are hard for the Zen Blade team, right? Where I think Premium Jordy can kind of naturally expand to the west and keep taking more and more bases.
Yeah, Premium Jordy has way more bases, but Sensage, Zenblade also have this campfire.
Oh, I love a good campfire. I feel like campfires are very underutilized in competitive play. What do you think of that? I mean, it's just great I mean, it's not really a meta anymore of like one base strats. You know, like generally it's both players get their second base, either go half sat or full saturation and get a tier 3 and stuff, right? But if you're in those like one base games, like the campfire literally will win you the game.
Especially now when you can go for raccoon pushes. Going for a raccoon push off of one extra campfire, that's going to be really effective.
Yeah.
It is also, in a lot of games where it gets scrappy and you have very few units, the player with the campfire has so much more agency.
Yeah. Very true. Well, so far, no big decisions yet. Just some 8-farm doubles coming out, looks like, from everybody. Zen.
Looks like Urban Olive wants us to join the general chat.
Oh, can he not? Is this only 2 people or something?
Yeah, it's only 2 people.
Oh, we're at max numbers. Yeah, okay, let's do that. Hello.
Greetings.
Hey, guys.
How are you doing?
How's it going? I'm doing excellently. How are you guys doing?
Doing great.
Doing good.
Tataka just murdered me.
I saw that. That was unfortunate. Honestly, you almost had it. Not really.
I
but,
also had the bottom right base behind his base. I will have it known. I had an extra base.
Did you really? Oh no.
Yes.
I had no idea that back alley existed. I thought I had a little pocket base to build a quick box and have some fun, and I was absolutely wrong. But hey, did you play your first game yet? Or are we
I did. Okay. Yeah, so we're going up against your guys' defeaters here after this game's over.
Okay.
Which I'm a little scared about, but you know what? We'll do fine, I'm sure.
I've seen a lot of
know
mines.
that they will build units.
Yeah.
They will.
So wow,
this MG not defending this kill at all.
Yeah, super out of position, not where the fight was going to happen, and kind of doing nothing. Honestly, probably worth selling it.
So Jason Blade and Zinstej have the best team name ever, Zenblade.
That's a pretty okay. That's tough to beat. I'll give you that. Can we think of one here for Jordy and Premium Bow?
I just have Premium Jordy, which was not great, but
Or
what else are you gonna do, Jordy Bow? Jordy Bow.
Jordy Bow.
That's like a southern nickname or something.
Yeah, exactly.
Go down, grab a beer with old Jordy Bow.
Exactly. Yeah, you know what? We'll keep workshopping that one for now.
Oh, but look at this. Jason with the MGs and Sensage with the ferrets. This is that strategy.
A little bit of teamwork here.
I like that. Someone thought about their deck before they went into the match. That's awesome.
I would love to see a good old-fashioned balloon wall, man, but I don't think we're gonna get there in today's meta. But we used to see it all the time in like 2v2's, and it would drag the games out and make it take forever, but it'd be really fun. Oh.
Essentially, he's trying to push here. Making an insane play. What is happening here with Jordy's units here? Wow. I think that was unintentional, but it's actually working really, really well for some reason. Wow. 2 squirrels killed an entire skunk right there. I don't know if you guys saw that. That was wild.
What just happened?
Yeah, I don't even know. I need to take a rewind on that. What the?
2v2's, it's madness.
Yeah, I can't even. We need 3 casters for this. We need one watching each corner of the map. Like,
dude, for real. Premium's army got hammered there. Oh, well, he had the balloons, that's why, right? So, like, once those went down. Well, he's trying to sneak out a Badger now. I think that was
pretty much everything.
Let's see. Does Red know?
It's hard to tell in 44 as well.
Okay,
yeah, everything's different.
They just saw it. So Jason just saw the Warren. And Zen is moving out. He's got a lot of tier 2 here. Coming back. How are we doing on economy?
No.
It looks like maybe the blue team? No.
It actually looks somewhat even. I think the top team is doing a little bit better. They have a couple extra farms. Essentially is not really expanded yet. He has the second mill, but has not put any money into it.
Yeah,
has a couple of mines over here. Yeah, but I mean, there is like an open spot as well to the north of that. Probably won't come up, but you never know.
Jordy has ferrets, but is not using them to push right now. He could poke at those MGs, maybe the base.
A little bit of split lane pressure. I totally agree with Tataka. Would look really, really good here. Just like what Sensei's doing right now.
He should have just committed with those ferrets
here. Can he save these? Wow, he actually can. He didn't get a single shot on them. But the Badger's now revved up, walking around this corner. These cams are insane here for Jason. Oh, they get trapped though and taken out. This Badger moving into the backfield.
Walks across the forest.
Yeah, he got stuck there in the MGs. There wasn't really any pigeon support for those Badgers, but Jordy's army is kind of holding strong for now.
This looks like a Jordy
there's lots of damage being
roll here. Like, they should be able to take this mill, and then from there, I don't know if there's much way that the Southern team can recover, at least economically here.
This is real World War I battle. MGs, pirates and skunks, chemical warfare, artillery.
I know. Man, I'm deeply immersed in this right now, guys. This is crazy.
This could be like the art on the box of the game, you know.
True. We just need like one fox.
I mean,
right?
if we made screenshots for art for the game, it should be 2v2's, not 1v1's for sure.
Yeah, like that right there would have been a great like advertising screenshot.
Yeah.
Can I ask what his mines over here are? I don't know what he's doing with these guys, so he's selling them.
Yeah, he's trying to bait them. He needed those to be a little farther forward. I think he can't commit to this. Like, he might lose his army, but he's going to knock Jordy off any kind of economy.
Yeah, I don't even mind that.
He's actually kind of coming back in this game. Look at this. He's got the biggest economy. He's about to have another Patrick here.
Halfway out again.
Yeah, people are starting to starve.
Yeah, both
I think
Jordy
when this
and
Patrick comes out, it's going to be
starving.
so difficult to kill it.
And Jordy not really in a position to buy any more kind of farm. Neither is Jason Blade. He has... Wait, he just stopped his starvation. What's that? Oh, he got the campfire in the middle. Very nice. But he's losing everything he owns to these ferrets. Honestly, probably the most valuable unit here.
Yeah, these ferrets been doing work.
The units are broken in this game.
Tonka thinks he's 20 all of a sudden. Okay, you're
Alright, this looks like a victory for Premium Jordy.
Yeah. So is this the first game? I was not...
No, I think it's this... I'm not sure, to be honest, but I think we joined right when Premium Jordy won. So I think this is it. I think this is the victory.
I guess we'll keep our eyes on the Discord here. See if there's a GG called. Yeah. This is funny. The cast have no idea. None of us know, but
it's all chaos, man.
Yeah, it's 2v2. It's supposed to be.
Yeah, these kind of events are fun. It feels a little more casual, you know. It's like trying to do everything live is really difficult. So bear with us.
I don't know. It looks the players might be queuing up here again. We'll see.
I think we need a zombie match here.
Yeah. Oh, that is GG. Okay, so it's gonna be Jordy. Wait, sorry. It's gonna be Sensei versus Jason Blade, I guess. Yeah. All right. That's what I want to see.
Yeah.
You guys have any comments on Jason Blade as a player? I mean, he joined a little bit after when I joined, and he's just been going solid since then. You know, I've seen him really become a lot better of a player over many years, actually.
Yeah, he's done a lot of casting too, which is always really appreciated. You know, getting more coverage. I think he's a solid like beginner level player. Maybe intermediate, but I do think Zen is favored here.
I definitely, I would not call Sensei an underdog by any means here. Definitely has been a premier player as long as I've been around. But I wouldn't take any thunder away from Jason. He has a shot, at least to take a game or two off Sensei, which... Oh wait, you know what? There is only one game.
Yeah,
so if there's a chance...
One. Okay, perfect. Here we go. They're figuring it out. This is going to be the trader match here. Let's see what the players come up with. This is 1v1. You get knocked out. If you lose, if you win, then you get joined up with somebody like Tatanka, who also beat me in a trader match. And you make a new team and keep playing. So, exciting.
Jason already instantly going for that classic tier 2 beatdown comp, followed by the boar. I've been running this comp for years. Classic.
Yeah, this is, I would highly recommend this to like a newer player as well. I think the moles give you a lot of decision making, but overall you're playing good units, have good units,
right?
Win games.
Yeah, Jason Blade is playing the mathematician's deck. He has more numbers.
Yep, he got stats. He got health, he's got damage, and that's all he needs. That's it. Sensei kind of looking like he's thinking a lot about just kind of bringing a similar deck.
I don't know about the turret, man. I think mole versus turret is a little difficult. Obviously, the players don't know what their opponent's decks are. But here we go. In the top left, Zen, and in the bottom right, Blade. The Zen Blade has been broken at the hilts. Snapped in two. And which side is going to get reforged is the question.
Wow, that was a beautiful speech.
Thank you.
I want to put that on the record. That was gorgeous.
That's why I get paid the big bucks here.
That's right. That's exactly why. You're a professional master, right? Yeah, okay. Jeez. So Sensei actually not even bringing any tier 2 besides the Falcon. So kind of a glass cannon deck until you get up to that board, which is going to be the meat of your army. Maybe you're gonna have to rely on
it seems like Sensei wants to get an early board because without it, he has kind of no backbone.
Yeah. But once he gets to this board comp, well, it's hard to say. I do like the Lizards. I don't like the MGs. Honestly, in the late game, I prefer Jason's deck as well. I do think there is a timing though. If Sensei can get out that mid to early board and hit something, he could surprise Jason a little bit.
I think a kind of deceptive thing about these decks is that I actually favor Sensei's deck in the late game because Jason Blade will get some cams, some skunks, and some falcons. Sensei is only gonna have falcons, which means he's probably gonna have more falcons.
Right, and it's essentially gonna be decided by the air because the squirrels aren't gonna matter. So really, the late game comes down to Falcon versus Falcon, and Jason can get distracted by his other cavalcade of options here. He's got the whole dollar menu at his disposal.
I still really like these cams. But yeah, I do agree with you, Tanaka. It's a good point. I still like these cams a lot, though. I think a good mixture of units can be essential in a late game as well. But we'll see how.
I feel like the early late game is going to favor Jason, right? Like that first, like when we both first get our boars, and we clash. I think maybe that fight could go to Jason because the cam support. But skunk and boar together. I don't know. Is that too much, or is that fine?
It seems like a bit of an overlap for sure, but it is kind of support that early game, right? That mid to early game to help you get those early fights. But the problem is, Sensei is absolutely not looking at all to bring the fight to that part of the game. So I do think we will see these skunks go by the wayside.
Sensei's Squizzard could beat Squirrel Skunk push, but Sensei isn't going for Squizzard. He's going for Falcons instead.
Yeah, double Falcons off the rip here, quite greedy, but I don't think it's going to get punished by Jason. He's instead going for economy.
Very nice macro by Sensei.
Yeah, he's managing to stay one tier 2 ahead somehow. There we go, second tier 2 drop from Jason now. And the map, I think, favors Jason very slightly just because of this kind of eastern mill. But I incredibly doubt that we will see a third mill taken, to be honest. Maybe Sensei will take this middle one with MGs, but probably not going to happen.
I'd love to see Jason just like throw down a ton of squirrels and try to move. Or do you think like even early game like this for Falcons, it's actually probably going to be pretty good on defense, right? Especially with the army like trying to move uphill.
It's so yeah, I totally agree. It's such a weird map, like for any ton of aggression. Honestly, like there's this really thin middle spot. Like there's a campfire, there's high ground. To me, like this screams sit back and macro up, and I think we're gonna get to that mid-late game, like we were talking about earlier.
And plus, like it's really like attacking in tooth and tail can be really hard to do, and it's like a best of one, and you're out of the tournament for the rest of the day if you lose this, right? So, I would probably play a little more conservatively, and yeah, exactly. Like, hey, let's just macro up. Okay, Jason needs to scout this boar, and he does. That's perfect timing on that boar scout. So he knows.
He's up on farms. Fully farming farms as well, so he has a decent economy lead here, dropping a boar at the similar time. I like Jason's position here. He's got similar Falcon / tier 2 count. He's got a boar at the same time, and he's up on farms just slightly.
I love the Zinsedge sneaky lizard move, but I think you kind of need 6 to get something done, right? Like 3 lizards, maybe they'll kill a pig, but the pigs can kind of defend themselves against 3.
Yeah, like you can kill a pig at like 4 farms, like at the start of the game, but you get 8 farming farms, like maybe you get 1, but I don't know. Is it even worth the effort at that point? Probably not.
Yeah, it's a great play, and I love trying to do these kind of flank attacks in tooth and tail. Look at this MG killing that captain, that's funny. Check out my gun.
Yeah, you think you got something? Check out what I got. That's awesome.
Well, let's see, since they're still kind of angling these lizards around, but to Tonka's point, man, if Jason Blade doesn't just roll Falcons, but right now he is, so let's see. I mean, do you even want tier 1 in boar situations?
No.
Yeah, this is too much from Jason. I mean, maybe 6.
You don't want tier 1 right now.
Yeah. They're all gonna go. They're gonna evaporate anyway. So, big
in a good spot at least.
But yeah, he's gonna keep that away.
But one thing about this map is that there's so much road that the tier 1 could run could outrun the Falcons in the air, but the boar standing in the way is going to make that very difficult.
Yeah. It definitely, so in these boar v boar situations, I like to speak as an expert on this, by the way, guys, so let me just it really depends on whose boar blows up first. If your boar blows up in the middle of the enemy's army, you're just absolutely winning that fight every day of the week.
It's kind of a weird dichotomy in a tier 3 situation, because you're like, well, whoever loses their tier 3 first is in a better spot.
I know, right? But it is, because then all your Falcons have unloaded on the boar, you know, they're out of ammo, and then all your tier 1 are gone all of a sudden, and it's just kind of snowballs from there. So Jason moving in, but as I was saying, he's more kind of behind the army. He's kind of defender.
I like sense
on those Falcons.
Here.
Boar goes down in the middle, kind of in the middle of nowhere. Boar's still up for Jason somehow, and 1 HP goes down. I like Jason's spot here. I think he's going to win this fight.
Oh my god.
Wow, this could be Jason's Blade winning this. Can you believe that? Honestly, going for farm damage here, just whatever you can get is super important. Sensei sells the boar.
I like that MG just like peppering the squirrels as they're coming back in. Is Jason Blade gonna do it?
I can't believe this.
He's gonna do it.
Today.
Wow.
Jason Blade
just
on fire, dude.
And Sensei had to sell his boar warren, so there's no boar on the way.
But Jason's his supply blocked. I think he's gonna push this back, but is the damage done is the question.
Yeah. Let's take a look.
Honestly, turn and fight. Don't go through this water. Turn and fight. No. Is he gonna be okay? He's gonna lose both his tier 2. That's unfortunate. And all of a sudden, the game doesn't look so 1 anymore.
You know what I was gonna say?
He has so many tier 1. He has so many squirrels.
Zin didn't lose any economy, really. Like, he lost his third base, he got some damage on the main, but generally in fights like that, it's like somebody lost their natural, right? Like, Zin's actually mining base is just fine.
Yeah, I mean, it is nice, though. I definitely give the edge here to Jason still. He's got a lot of... oh, he did sell his boar, though, I have to say. I didn't notice that. He's rebuilding his tier 2. If those get up, he's in a great spot. He's got the second...
I think these squirrels might be kind of spreading their fire too much against Zen's army.
He's fighting in the main, and I think this is not what you want to... You don't have the tier 2 tech like Sensei does, and all of a sudden, this game is swinging the other direction.
It was really what you were pointing out, Olive.
So good against
he kept retreating too far. He needed to stand his ground in the center, right?
Yeah, exactly.
When you can stay beside your mill or behind your mill with the Falcons, it's very difficult to attack into.
Yeah.
Right,
when the squirrels came in, they were doing damage to like all kinds of things. Where Zen's army, oh my god, look at these, just a few lizards. Zen is on fire. Jason trying to actually...
going for the base race, though. Can he snipe this? Go for just focus the mill, he gets this.
Oh, the mill's got so much
HP. But is it worth it? No, he's got to stand the fight, actually. But I don't know if he wins this fight. And this might be the cleanup here. All the ammo on Falcons.
As long as Jason does good in this fight, he's okay. Like, this is fine for Jason, because he did a lot of damage to the economy.
That's true. If he can stabilize and doesn't like get too big of a snapback here, he's fine. He needs to sell these skunks and just get these Falcons back up. These skunks are doing absolutely nothing anymore.
Yeah, that's true. I was going to say that they're helping a little with the squirrels, but yeah, Zen barely has any. Zen's army is very smart. Like, he's playing this...
Buy more forms.
bad position well, you know.
Yeah. Here comes the fight in the water. Actually, Jason again kind of swinging back here, and I think that's
Jason.
it. Wow, I can't believe this.
Hell yeah, dude.
No, the damage is irreparable.
Yeah, this is it. Jason's gonna win. Jason has successfully backstabbed his teammates. Somebody in the chat was asking why we're doing a 1v1. So basically how it works is it's a 2v2 tournament, but when your team loses, you and your teammate fight each other, and then the winner of that gets put on a new team. Yeah, there it is. Oh man, Zen! Wow, big dude. Great job by Jason. What a fun match. All right, cool. Well, I think it's time for your game, is it not, Urban?
I guess it is. I guess I'm gonna go call my my good buddy Murloc, and we're gonna get into this one.
Okay.
Wish me luck. I think I'm gonna need it, but
yeah, see you, man. Good luck. What is your team name? The
Murloc? It's somewhere. No, it's something silly. Let me go find it. Hold on. It's Deadlock Spain. Oh.
Deadlock Spain?
Yeah. Wait. Did you see the art? Murloc made some crazy.
You got art and everything?
Yeah, I know. Hold on. Let me find it. It's actually wild. I'm gonna send it to you on Discord. Watch this.
Yeah.
Wait. Oh boy. How do I do this?
Dude, he's got artwork for his team.
There you go. Check this out. Like, literally, he was like, can you help us pick a name? I'm like, yeah, sure. Like, I don't know. We thought of some stuff, and he's like, all right, yeah, we settled on Deadlock Spain. Okay, it sounds cool. Within 20 minutes, he drops this in my DMs. I'm like, oh my god.
Yeah, I gotta put this on stream. Hang on.
Yeah, that's awesome.
So
okay,
good.
I'll see you guys around.
All right, good luck, man. See ya.
Thank you. Bye.
Deadlock Spain. And you can tell it's like actual artwork. It's not like AI. That's so awesome. Oh, that's cool. All right. Get back to Deadlock Spain here. Versus Sasha Liu. There's a lobby if you want to join.
Yeah, I'll hop in.
Oh, they messed it
up.
I'm
gonna be biased. I'm gonna be biased this stream, this game.
Who are you rooting for?
I want that Bane.
Well, I mean, my heart says Deadlock Bane, but my brain says Sasha Liu, right?
Yeah, well, my brain is not happy right now.
All right, man, that was a cool match. We've got Deadlock Spain here versus Sasha Liu. Unfortunately, they're not in the right order, so their nameplates aren't going to be in the order either.
Please fix it, please. I beg of you. I respect it. I mean, I changed commander in between games in some tournaments just to mess with the caster.
You know, that's always a fun thing to do, mess with the caster. It's a great thing when that happens.
I've also done the thing where I stand still after a fight, so it looks like I'm gonna concede, and then I just keep walking.
Just for me, just to make me look dumb. They're like,
yeah.
It
looks
out.
like
oh, no,
that guy is tapping out, even though he won the fight, and then.
All right. Jason, dude, that was so good. I'm so proud of you. What a great game. Okay.
Yeah, it was a good game.
Let's see these actual unit comps. Okay, Sasha's...
Wolf, owl. Wolf.
Is Sasha memeing
there's
with this?
Wolf, owl, and wolf and owl.
They're playing with their food here, man. They're not taking them seriously, I don't think.
No.
See, these are the type of decks like I want to see in 2v2 that like Sasha and Erlu are running, but this is not what they did against us, Tatanka.
No, it's definitely not.
All right.
But it's probably good. Like both players going lizard, so you can harass, and one person going wolf, one owl, so you get wolf owl, and then skunk snake is great, and then you have a bunch of buildings. I mean, I think it can work in 2v2s especially.
Yeah. Well, this is like an actual winner's game here. Both Deadlock Spain and Sasha Liu are tried and true. They have won a series of 2v2. They're also their original team. There's no traitors involved just yet. I think this guy did a pretty good job on matchups too. Like skill level, you know.
Yeah, I'm not sure how much he meddled with it, or if it was random, but it seems good.
It seemed premeditated. All right, here we go. In the bottom, we've got Sasha Liu, and up top, Deadlock Spain. And you know, I gotta say, Deadlock Spain's armies look a little more proper. But let's see. I mean, if Sasha and Erlu can get these defenses up, what do you think of this map for trying to do that?
I think this is a very difficult map to expand on, because each player will have to expand outwards from each other. Mm-hmm. So if both players expand, they necessarily have to separate themselves in a way, and especially with the water in between and the cliff, it's very difficult to go from one side to the other swiftly.
Yeah.
So I think one player can expand, but both players expanding is very difficult.
Yeah, and there's a million attacking options on this map too. Like it's literally wide open. Yeah, you've got this like middle water lane, then you get the left and the right where all the money's at. But you know, Erlu could take like this base here and then you know, just directly to the left of them and start setting up defenses. I don't know. Do you think they're going to still do that? They don't necessarily have to with their decks.
If you look on the left side, both sides expanding is very difficult because you're going to be so close that the pigs can basically shoot each other. But on the right side, both players could expand and posture without having to fight.
Right. Yeah, that makes sense.
So we can see both bases on the right and one base on the left being taken.
Yeah, like if Olive took this base here, he's putting Warrens by, then Erlu took the left base there. Yeah, this is going to be really interesting to expand. I think the only person that's got an easy expansion is maybe Sasha. That one seems pretty good. But it looks like Urban Olive's already trying to stretch his legs up to this mill here, so let's see if he decides to take it. For now, we've got some tier 1 movement out of Sasha Lu.
And it's so difficult to defend double Lizard Harass when both players have
You're not in the right spot. Okay, well, Erlu gave it away a little bit. Now the units are rallying over. I like this, like, Lizard Harass, and then mine, like, oh, don't chase me, and then, you know, you get them to chase you into mines. It seems pretty good.
Yeah. But it's also difficult because you have twice as many opponents scouting your lizards.
Yeah.
So it's more difficult to sneak by.
I'm surprised it didn't work. I think Erlu gave it away.
Yeah.
Because it looked like it was about to work. Dude, Sasha's making nothing but lizards. Love to see it.
Ooh, poking. One skunk is not very effective against lizards.
No, unless you have like 4 skunks.
Now there's a fight, but there's a lot of backbone, a lot of tier 1 behind. It's gonna win the fight. And they could push here, they could try. There's forward warrants they could take out with the moles.
Yeah, if they can get that skunk, I don't know. I mean,
they can get damage done.
Sasha's making nothing but lizards though, so I wonder if like just too much like is getting reproduced, you know?
Yeah, now the pigeons looks like they're gonna be taken out.
This game is so hard, man. It went from like Deadlock Spain having an advantage to getting creamed in like 2 seconds.
Yeah, depending on the tempo and how much food you have stored up, it's also gonna be like, can you push before they have reinforcements?
Right.
Can you do it?
Like I think the reason that didn't work was because Sasha's literally got nothing but lizards, so they're able to reinforce so quickly. And now they're gonna come up here.
Defending the Warrens on the right side, but he has to move his entire army over. 1 MG is not gonna be enough.
Yeah, lots of damage getting done here. Just the mobility of like the double lizard build. It's really good.
And now all the lizards surviving. Damn, that was a good interaction.
Yeah, some great gameplay coming out of Sasha Lu today already. And this is tough. Now, it was pretty bad.
There's a badger on the way.
Ooh, who's making the badger? Murloc. But is the badger even going to be that great against like mass lizards? And if Olive gets ran over here, I think that might be it.
They've built nothing but lizards. And there's also a wolf in the way. Wolf lizard against a badger. Yeah.
Yeah, that is it. GG. Yeah, Murloc needed his army to be over there, but like just the mobility of the lizards on this split map, you know, and this map is pretty large too. So like unit positioning, I think they had to stay a little bit more on top of commander movement. I don't know, it's tough no matter how you slice it.
Yeah. I mean, to a large extent, in 2v2's you gotta have kind of the StarCraft mentality of more shit beats less shit. You just have to have more things ready.
Right. Rock beats, one of my favorite quotes, I think, from Day 9 is like, rock beats scissors, but enough scissors beats rock.
Yeah.
You know?
And usually in 2v2's and StarCraft, you're just smashing rocks against each other anyway.
Yeah. Alright, so point 1 for Sasha Lu. Close game for a while, but overall, just the mobility of the lizards and the decision to just stick with the lizards, I think, and make nothing but them. It was really good from Sasha Lu there. So let's see. It was a close game for a while.
It was. They got a good fight there on the left side.
Yeah.
If they had either been able to push with more moles or been able to defend the counterattack on the right side, they would have been ahead.
Same deck here from Sasha. Erlu hit the random button a couple times.
Just for inspiration.
Erlu deciding on that last unit pick, gonna be the mines. And I'm surprised we don't see the lizard at Deadlock's Bane. I mean, just the utility of the speed is so good. On the right,
very effective from Urban Olive.
Yeah.
On the left side.
On the left side is the Deadlock Bane. On the right side is Sasha Lu. And yeah, I don't know. I mean, lizards just seem really good. I mean, I would almost opt for like
that you can split them up. You know, if you have 9 lizards each, having one ball of 18 lizards, that's very fragile. That's very clumsy. But having 2 balls of 9 lizards, now that's dexterous.
Yeah. I mean, just the advantage of the mobility, and like, I love not. I mean, they kind of both hard committed to lizards, but I also love the idea of like not hard committing to lizards, but just having like a group of 6 lizards that's like following you around when you're scouting, and it's like, oh, there's a pig I can snipe. There's a Warren I can grab. You know.
Yeah.
So this map is just Money City, like as many grist mills as you could possibly fit, essentially. But the expansion options don't look that great for our underdogs here, Deadlock's Bane, compared to, I mean, look at these beautiful little, I call this a castle, and it's Sasha and Erlu
have 5 bases on the high ground.
Oh, this is, like, you can't ask for a better... Right now they're arguing in voice chat about who gets that pocket base, and I guess it's going to be Erlu, because Sasha's got another great base right here, so... Expansion options for Evil Murloc seem tough. I mean, he's basically just got to take this one in the middle of the field, right?
Yeah. And Erlu actually coming forward.
Yeah, they're even going to save the pocket for later.
Murloc expands forward, they're going to be really close. Especially because he doesn't really want to take this base on the low ground next to the cliff, because it's very difficult to defend.
And plus, Sasha could just throw an arty. Sasha could put an artillery like right here and actually hit that base. Like, look at that territory.
Yeah. The territory doesn't lie.
Or does Murloc just not even go for a second base? They just try to, like, you know, barbarian, one base, make armies and go.
Yeah. People think Tiff and Tail is a simple game, and then you tell them about keeping track of territory lines to see when your opponent expands. And
very true.
So many random trivia things that you have to keep track of.
Do the people that used to like try to lock pig movements for like early game squirrels, you know?
Yeah, and for MG.
There it is. There's that
the
arty.
MG. Yeah.
It's an arty party.
It's happening.
And this needs to be scouted very quickly, because you kind of just have to go all in on that artillery before it gets built. It's 180 bucks, it's doing nothing, so in theory your army should be better, but the math gets fuzzier in 2v2, and they are not going to contest it. Instead, Murloc is getting a tier 3,
well, this is going to get very difficult, because right now...
oh no, look at Erlu.
Arisha. They have 2 expansions and more behind, and Urban Olive...
Oh no. They're moving over there with Sasha's coming on the other side. Oh my god.
It's so difficult to expand right now. I mean, they literally can't.
They're playing monkey in the middle, dude, with these harassment. It's so funny. Oh man, they're already cooked, dude. Like, can anybody stop Sasha Leon? They are playing so good. Yeah, now they're set up to have 5 bases.
With a balloon wall and arty wall, and then they're going wolf owl.
Oh man.
And there's no way.
What can we possibly do for Deadlock's Bane? Maybe get their tier 3 army attack into the north, into Erlu's main?
Boar Badger is very good against wolf owl.
Yeah.
But it's a numbers game.
But yeah, they're already so far behind on economy, and this map gen was very... I kind of wish they would have spawned in the opposite sides.
Yeah.
Just
I also have a controversial take, which is Mass Owl beats Mass Badger eventually. Like, if you get 10 owls and someone has 10 badgers, the 10 owls probably win, because there's just not enough
We need to
deal with.
I need some scientific evidence for that. We need to yeah, didn't you just kind of argue against your point though? Like, isn't there an upper limit on like mice like finding tiles? Like,
oh no, I mean like there isn't enough space to micro the badgers. You micro them to the end of the map.
Oh,
and then you get
but like, what is the upper limit of like? Well, I guess it wouldn't matter because of reinforcements. Do you ever watch those like armies? I don't know what game it is, but sometimes it'll be like 10,000 Navy SEALs.
On the ragdoll game. Yeah.
We need to do like an experiment like that with like badgers and owls. And yeah, see, this is exactly what I was talking about. Like, this is their one chance in this game. Try to go around.
And you could do it. They're dodging all the buildings.
Coming out.
If they get the wolf right now, if they can keep pushing. I mean, they have so many units. They have double tier 3 with pigeons. This is really good, actually. They have to get those balloons.
Are they gonna push in and get something done here? That badger's got to stay alive. I think if there was.
You gotta get the base. You gotta get the base.
Run, badger.
Oh, wolf snake.
Oh
the
man.
Aggressive.
Yeah, I think the mistake there was like trying to come in on that Airlu's base. Oh, but they would have killed him. Yeah, that makes sense.
Also, so many reinforcements dying to balloons.
Like, they needed to kind of push more backwards and try to ignore the yeah, if reinforcements dying, the defense makes sense, but like they really just needed their tier 3. Do you think that was enough damage?
I think no. I think they needed to get the base.
Yeah, they needed to knock Airlu out of the game.
Yeah, because now they have 2 expansions against 1 expansion.
Dude, this wolf buff is lasting forever on these crows. Holy. These crows got a wolf buff
and on the way.
It just came over and did so much damage.
Yeah. Also, you have to keep in mind the 6 balloons and 3 artists on the map. That's a lot of firepower.
Is the economic difference just too much at this point? Evil Murloc is really just here in spirit. How is he not starving? Oh, he's got a campfire. Okay.
Campfire.
Oh, okay, they catch his wolves?
Looks like they almost.
They needed one more stack of poison. I think he is gonna live. 4 HP on that wolf.
And now Urban is losing so many units to the RD.
Yeah. This one is over at this point, unfortunately. Like, this attack just it either had to knock Airlu out or it needed to come in and do a little more damage to Sasha, but
it was very close to killing the base, and I think if he kills the base, they kind of win.
They win over time because it's 1v2 at that point. Sasha with some great harassment in here. This is a scary army from Olive, though. But again, we're just 1v2 now, so.
Yeah, I think without Erilu being there with the base, it would have worked, but he just needed to kill the base.
Yeah. All right, last big attack. Erilu is harassing it right when the big army moves away. Here they go. Urbane Olive refusing to lose. Does not want to have to murder his teammate. That made such cool artwork for him. Can they at least get Erilu? Just kill Erilu. He's going for it. Oh wait, that doesn't even kill Erilu anymore. Okay, well he gets that mill. And I think they have to tap at this point. So Sasha Lu on fire today. Definitely definitely a favor to win the whole thing. So alright, unfortunately, Deadlock's Bane now has to 1v1 and murder each other.
Another game with lots of what do you call it? Marketing.
Oh yeah, like box art.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was definitely cool. All right, let's see the murder here. And while they're setting that up, I'm gonna grab some more coffee. Yeah, no, I agree. I think if they would have got that mill and knocked Erilu out, Sasha was still more powerful, I think. But like, anime and friendship eventually would have won the day. Are they not gonna fighting this match here? Let me talk to them. Oh. Okay, so I guess they left, so I have nothing more to say to Sasha and Arlu. Okay, yeah, he's got it. He made a new one. Cool. Yeah, he's got a different lobby up.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see it. Here is the murder.
Well, hopefully we get to see some murder. There's been very few crows this series.
Who do you think is going to win this? Honestly, I feel like Olive used to be better than Murloc, but I think right now Murloc's better than Olive. If we looked at last season's performance, it's tough. I mean, they're both, I consider both of them kind of like my tier, like lower Premier, you know? And it could go either way, but I'm favoring Murloc a little bit. Let's see. On the right, we've got
I think
Olive
we will
see
moles, fire, and death. I think the moles are gonna tip a fight somehow, and that's gonna be good. I hope to see like early game snake shenanigans. That would be very cool.
Yeah, I mean,
especially against someone who he is playing pigeons, but he doesn't have falcons, and he doesn't have his own snakes, and he doesn't have lizards. So maybe.
Ooh, the classic mole harass coming out of Olive. He's one of the few people that still actually do this and do it well. Trades a mole for a mine. Do you think that was worth it? I mean, he didn't trade the mole. It lived a little bit.
I think that if you defend a mine with if you defend a mole with a mine and you don't have to cancel any farms, not really, then it's worth it because you delay Urban Olive building his farms.
Yeah, but he did cancel the farm anyways. Threatening another.
Yeah. It's difficult to say.
I'm surprised we don't see snakes out of Murloc because I feel like Olive is kind of typecasted as the boar player. During the boar meta, he was like legitimately one of the best people at that boar push. So you know, if I'm going up against Olive, I'm thinking boar's on the way, and I should have some snakes, right?
A few. I think the main thing you want to do against the boar player is just go falcons. Even more so than against Badger. I mean, the boar player is going to have a falcon ball, but there is not really any good answer to boar pushes with falcons that doesn't involve either early game fox shenanigans, multiple tier 3s, or just your own falcon ball. That's kind of the problem, is that the best solution to a falcon ball with tier 3 is a falcon ball with tier 3.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. And that's generally never good when that is the, like, that was like in the mole meta. It's like, well, you have to have your own moles, you know,
to defend against moles.
Yeah.
Because now it's like, okay, you go for Badger Falcon or Wolf Falcon or Boar Falcon. Well, I'm gonna go for a combination of tier 3 and Falcons as well.
Yeah. How do you feel about the first like boar badger engagement? Do you think it just kind of depends?
It depends a lot on the composition.
Yeah.
I think the more units are around, the more favorable it is for the boar player.
So Olive's playing a little bit of a mid-range style game, getting a couple units here, getting some tech, getting some economy. Meanwhile, Murloc is playing very interesting. He's like being bold. He's moving out in the map, but he's also building a badger behind this. So this is definitely a bluff. And if Olive can kind of sniff that out, Murloc can lose. That was really bold and actually like pretty smart by Murloc to like feign aggression there.
It's very nice. I do worry
to not get the scout, right? He's coming in for now.
This tier 1 Badger push could definitely work, also because Urban doesn't have any AoE except his boar, which is not going to have. So if Murloc just keeps building squirrels and pushes with like 20 squirrels on one base and a Badger, what can you do against that? Yeah,
like Olive is going to have to focus on the snake micro on the Badger, but in the meantime, you know, does he lose all his other units to the gas, to the squirrels, you know? It's like, okay, maybe you kill the Badger with your snakes, but if Murloc, like you said, is just Master 1, and he is getting that cam, which I agree with you. I'd rather see more squirrels, I think, because Olive really doesn't have any AoE.
Time to get camps because he's so far behind on eco, he has to go right away.
Yeah.
And he has to win, or he has to at least kill the base.
Yeah, he has to do damage. Yeah, I agree. The chameleon seems like a mistake here. Yep, he can't wait. He's got to go, yeah, right this second.
Yeah.
And Olive's even got some turrets. That's pretty nice. Like, Murloc doesn't have moles, and without moles, a couple turrets can do a lot of work.
Right now, it's going to depend on micro, but I do favor Olive.
Yeah. And I agree. Like, I think maybe too many pigeons, like, not enough squirrels here, yeah.
Yeah, more squirrels would have made a difference. Also, this is really nice MG positioning.
Yeah. Especially that one on the high ground there, on the cliff. Like, I don't know. Do you have to force this as Murloc?
Yes, you absolutely have to fight right now. He is so far behind on eco, and right now the first 4 farms just swallowed.
Okay, so the Badger did get a little too deep.
Ooh, this is actually good. 4 snake tags, 6 snake tags. Oh, he's gonna die. He doesn't have enough healing. Maybe? Maybe?
Brother.
Oh, this is good. This is good. This is good.
Okay. Whew.
So many pigeons.
You know, those cams actually did work against the turrets there. And keeping his tier 2 alive was pretty big for Murloc. This is a very technical fight here. He needs to control his units just right.
But the more they trade, the more Murloc has to be cost effective because he doesn't have the eco to rebuild.
Right.
Oh, yeah. This is really good. He's gonna kill all of them. He's gonna win.
1 HP on that snake. Yeah. As long as this Badger stays alive. Dude, Badger's such a good unit. Is Badger the best unit in the game, do you think?
It might be, yeah. It's so hard to play against, and it always decides the game in one way or another.
It's
when
like
someone attacks with a Badger,
like,
you kill the Badger and win, or you don't kill the Badger and lose every time.
Yeah. Like here, if Olive would have killed the Badger, then that would have been it. But Murloc is going to win with some great... I mean, you can't, you know... Yeah. It was good control. I mean, and I do love high-skill units like that, right? Like Murloc won because he controlled the Badger correctly. And I do think that is really fun. Okay, so what else do we got going on? We have Milk and Spookies here. Game. Should I watch this one? I think that's next. This guy. Let's see.
I think contractually
I think you're supposed to be in this.
Oh shit. Well then I should stay in the call.
No, you should not.
Okay.
Yeah, Hylix is your teammate, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, go hang out with your teammate. You're welcome to come cast with me again when you're not playing. I'll just hang out here in the general chat.
Only kind words.
Okay. See you later. All right. Now that the talk is gone, the party starts. Okay. What do we got here? The General Milk? General Spooky? I like General Spooky better. Let's say General, oh, he's got the cool, like, humor. General Spookies. Versus Hyalanka. There we go. Made up some team names here. Okay. Cool. Thanks everybody for tuning in. Actually, good viewership. So it's always fun doing this kind of thing. Again, big shout out to this guy, man. You know, just putting this together, like, that's what it's all about. You know, that's what keeps this game alive, keeps people playing and enjoying their afternoon. You know, playing this hidden gem of an RTS game. Honestly, one of my favorite. Well, I mean, duh. Like, I would say Tooth and Tail is probably my second or third favorite RTS of all time. Yeah, I mean, obviously StarCraft Brood War would be number 1. Maybe Tooth and Tail second, and then StarCraft 2 third. I would have to maybe StarCraft 2 second. I don't know. It's easily in like the top few RTS games of all time, in my opinion. It's a shame it didn't get more popular. You never know. There's always that, like, Phoenix rise from the ashes situation. I think this would have been a great arcade game, to be honest. Like, that's what it really feels like to me. So, anyways, really excited that we are playing this small indie game like 8 years later. Is this not going to be the matchup? I think our bracket's shifting. Okay, well everybody's leaving, so that's no good. What is happening right now? This guy, help. Tatanka's in a lobby by himself? Are they doing it a 1v1? Okay. Oh, I think they probably needed help with the mod. Tatanka needed to host it. Yeah, I think that's what's happening. Yep. Okay. Cool. Team Evil Blade. The Zen Blade has been broken in two, and the Evil Blade rises up next. Team Olive Blade or Team Evil Blade? The Olive Blade. That gives you plus leaf damage. Yeah, really cool that we're still playing. It's been 8 years, you guys. That's wild, and it's like most of the same folks that are hanging out too. Which reminds me, I'm going to Europe later this year, and I was like, it depends. I don't think that's actually gonna work out, but like, I think it's cool. A lot of the communities in Europe, so be like, oh yeah, I'll come. And it's always nice when you go to another country and like you know somebody to hold your hand. So I was like, seeing if anybody would want to meet up for a day. That'd be pretty cool. But I don't know if that's gonna work out with the countries I'm going to. I'm going to the UK and Italy. So we're gonna do Ireland, England, Scotland, and then Italy. Anyways, yeah, almost 8 years. I think the game came out in like August of 2017, and I've been casting it like the whole time. And a lot of these same players, I mean, you see people come and go. I've never seen the General or Milk and Spooky, so I'm excited for them. Let's see what happens. In the bottom left, we've got Tatanka and Hylix. And over on the right-hand side, the General and Milk and Spookies. General Spookies versus Hyalanka. It's the best names I come up with on the fly. And actually, this time around, the nameplates are correct. I see Jason's watching. Jason, you're welcome to cast with me if you want. I'm just on the General. Let's see here. You're gonna have to give this one a minute to cook up. I think you never like spawning on the low ground like this. 1 second. Jason Blade will play whenever. Okay. This guy's updating me on the bracket here. Okay, I will worry about that later. Pipitosh isn't in the UK, that's right. Hello. Is this, who's this? Is this Jason?
I'm just gonna stretch in real quick. Sit back and relax, watch this match. How you doing?
How you doing, man?
I'm doing good. Not as sweaty as I was earlier today.
Dude, that was my favorite match of the Get Day so far. I think it was so close, man.
Yeah, it was. I was just like, I know I have still got a lot that I really need to improve on in this game overall. Like, I really need to work on my micro, because that's the one thing that I'm just like, all right. Every time I play it, I don't know. I just gravitate towards, all right, I'm just gonna rally all and pray and hope for the best. I need to stop doing that.
Yeah. Well, normally I just try to control like one unit group is mostly what I do, but I also play on controller, so it's a lot less control than on keyboard because you can't like snap change unit groups. But this is a fun event so far. I'm feeling. Who else is joining us here? Well, we got Olive back in the chat.
Oh my God, Olive. Man, what could have been the Olive Blade?
Yeah, the Olive Blade would have been plus leaf awesome. Damage. Instead, we've got the Evil Blade.
Oh, guys. The worst possible timeline. It's okay. Should have built 2 more stakes.
We've got a winner and a loser here. Well, 2 losers. I guess I can't pick on Olive too much. I also did lose.
I'm like,
Yeah, hold on a minute.
We're all losers
Jeez,
together.
all
It's okay.
Yeah. What are you
It's
doing?
just
Oh,
for
yeah,
now.
loser
I'm a little
here.
less
Alright.
of a
Well,
loser
actually,
at the
we're kind of the
moment.
winners because now we can just cast a tournament, which is the most fun thing to do, anyways. So.
Heck yeah.
I wanted to lose actually, so I could cast with you, Delphius.
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you.
That was
That's true. Yeah,
definitely
you're
the
just my
strat here.
co-caster for the rest of the day. You don't have to go be
Well,
sweaty
I would
anymore.
prefer to say that you're probably my co-caster, just when we're using your stage, but you know, like...
Yeah, that's good.
Do we have to have a 1v1
yeah.
to see who's the co-caster?
Who's the main cast? Yeah.
It's like
that. We can do
winner
that
gets to
after,
own
okay.
the Tooth and Tail TV. Let's go.
But it's Fox only, okay? It's only
yeah.
Fox.
All right.
Only
that.
Fox.
Fox
But I can only use molds.
Okay. No, I'll never get a fox. You got to give me no rush 5 to at least get a fox. All right. Well, they're pushing in on this one. Sataka Hialanka was the best name I could come up for them, but I honestly haven't paid very close attention to this game. We've just been kind of derping, but a lot of tier 1 out of Tatanka and Hyalix, and they might just be running over their opponents there. Now, here's something. Have you guys ever heard of the General or Milk and Spookies? I think they are like actually new players.
That's awesome. That's super sick.
Yeah.
And we love to see new players around here.
Yeah.
And just to join in, you know, just run up a tournament off rip. That's some gusto, you know.
Yeah,
I didn't watch like
players.
super closely this game, but they didn't seem to do too bad. I mean, you can see him kind of losing out here, but I mean, come on, losing to Tatanka, like, duh.
What can you say, right?
Yeah.
But
They came from another
Spooky's
game.
gonna hold on for now, and there they go. Okay, so round 1. Now that we're all here, now that we're settled in, we can pay a little closer attention to the next match here.
Yeah, you can be a little more professional this time, Delphius, maybe. You can actually,
I don't want to lose rights to Tooth and Tail TV to Olive.
I know, right? Yeah.
We've also got Tosh in the chat, man. It's a party. What's going on, Tosh?
Oh my goodness.
So I had a stag do last night and was completely wiped out, and I've just woken up. So
Wasn't someone making fun of you in chat for being drunk? And it's actually true. Yeah, they were. Yeah.
Is that seriously? Is that seriously why you thought I was gone? Well, credit to you, I guess. Picking around.
We're watching the 2v2 match. I could, in I don't know if you have Tooth and Tail booted up, but I could also just share my screen if you want.
Yeah, I'm just gonna get the game up.
Is this working for you guys? Oh, I got kicked out.
No, this is
I'm
fine.
still on the thing for me right now.
Yeah.
Ruh-roh. Are they in the game yet?
Yeah, they're in the game.
Not yet.
Oh, no,
they
they're
are?
not in the game.
Oh.
Sorry, they're.
I'm about to say, like, I'm still on the
they're
loading.
unit selection.
They're still picking units right now, man. I'm way behind.
Are you having trouble, Olaf? You just like, oh, there you go.
It's just like stuck in the select commander. Maybe when the game starts it'll work out. I can't see anything, but hopefully
I will
it'll
share my
actually work.
screen just in case.
Oh no, I think I got
Close to
it.
work.
Just
Are you good?
loaded it. Yep, I'm all good.
If all
Okay,
else fails, share the screen.
I don't even have a pass. You can just hop in.
We've got Hialanka in the bottom, and we've got General and Milk and Spookies, or General Spookies up top. And this looks like a map that should have been the opposite, because I really like Hialanka's spawn a lot better. Like, I don't know. I mean, to be fair, like, General Spookies team, they both have 1 expansion, so that's normally all you need, but...
But to be fair, the other team has 2 expansions, unfortunately.
Yeah, exactly. 2 is a higher number than 1.
Yeah.
Yeah, at least in this game. But yeah, it's not too bad. They're not like given a nothing spawn. They have stuff to work with.
Yeah.
But definitely, probably better to be on the bottom of the map in this particular game.
I will say look out for the lizards, because this is a very road heavy map from what it seems like. So if they do get aggressive with lizards, I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah,
I mean,
we know.
Yeah, but there's no way down in the bottom, is there, for highlight?
It's actually fairly, it's a very pocketed.
Yeah, that's true.
space for
Yeah,
these guys
it's
at the bottom.
incredibly pocketed actually. Yeah, there's only like really one direction.
So right here, like in the middle, that's like where the fight has to happen, right? So that's really going to favor defense, which...
Yeah, balloon, machine gun, set up a wall there. You can... you can't really, like... I mean, they don't have the mills to really play super defensive, but if they can, they will have to do aggressive defense to, you know, cut off the rest of the map.
Yeah, but this, to your point, I mean, this is what you want as players with defense. Like, there's actually factually just one attack path on this map.
Yeah.
So we'll see if that plays out.
Your balloon wall here, Deltius. You never know. This could be it.
I would love to see it. And
of course, you are on the side of multiples, but
yeah, exactly. That's the only downside. But maybe if they can be aggressive enough about the placement of the balloons, you can kind of like deny these additional mills anyways, you know, because they're a little bit too threatened, and then you keep Tatanka and Hylic just on their main like upper deck mills.
Yeah,
so
no, I don't mind. To be honest, this like easternmost mill is not that good of a mill because it's ramped so weirdly.
Yeah,
it's actually kind of closer to the northern guy's mill, but you know, we probably
want a little campfire here for milk. Is gonna be nice.
Yeah, you sure that he has new players? I like this a lot.
Yeah,
play here.
Here's the thing: is like it's a very vain thing that I always do, but I'm like, oh, I've never heard of these people. Therefore, they must be new. You know what I mean? Like,
well,
they can just be like playing the game
from,
and
like,
not
other
being
RTS
part of the
games,
scene.
so.
Yeah, or like they're StarCraft players. I mean, this is not a hard game, right? Like, it's got a really low skill floor. It's easy to, like, if you understand RTS games, you can pick up tooth and tail very fast and like be a decent player pretty quickly.
100%.
Well, also,
and, it looks like something's happening a bit in the middle here. Some pressure coming in. Looks like Tatanka wants to move in.
Is this going to be the end of the game?
Yeah, there's so many tier 1 pilots here actually carrying this fight.
Yeah, this is rough.
Just this 24 squirrel mark, just absolutely just decimating it.
Just with mass swirl and win.
What happened? Yeah. Oh, I think maybe Milk's units just weren't in position at the start. Like,
I mean, yeah.
Milk units
it's
still
hard to say. Things can turn on a dime so quickly in this game.
Yeah.
And you have half of the farms you had before, unfortunately.
Yeah, that is.
Yeah, that's a pretty huge blow.
Against a player like Tatanka, that's pretty much all it takes to win. I mean, that's a big. The game's not over 100%, but that's like a big bloody eye, a broken nose here for general
now,
spookies.
Now, this is 2v2. A lot of the stuff we conventionally say about 1v1 does not necessarily apply in 2v2, right? You can help your partner stabilize and can try to get back in some of these seemingly losing games. So maybe we'll see Jen rebuy some farms here trying to get back into this.
I mean, 5 farms requires a lot of help. It's...
he's slowly building that. We're at 6 so far. I'm counting.
We got a fox coming in as well.
Where's the fox? I didn't even notice a fox.
He's scrolling around the entire map trying to find it.
None of you noticed a mole.
That's a badger. I believe it's right here next to, in between the
Christmas
fresh
mills.
Well, the OG base. The Christmas mills.
Yeah, that mold play from Tatanka was also pretty rough. I think he did not save the moles, so at least he traded some money for that. But unfortunately, Milk's campfire down there is no more.
Yeah,
well,
General Spooks or whatever we'll call it in their team. They don't have a. They've only got one tier 3, which is not. You need multiples in tier 2s in 2v2s because it's so much easier to play defensive with 2 players and get the tier 3s out early. It's a weakness in their deck that I've only just noticed, and especially if you're trying to make a comeback in 2v2s, the way to do it is to just slam down tier 3s and hope for the best.
Right.
And a boar is just not going to cut it against the badger and the fox and the wolf.
Yeah, and let's see how much Tatanka wants to play with his food here. The badger is out. Maybe they just wait for the fox and rock it. I like that Tatanka's probably coaching Hylic. Is like, look, bro, just build squirrels. Just build squirrels. I'll take care of everything
build
else.
all the squirrels.
Just build squirrels. Get a fox. Have some fun with your fox. You know. But now that the army is here, I don't see any reason not to just try to go in this. Let's see what they decide. The fox is going to start poking and prodding.
Do any of you guys have
Lucas's
hint for the badger, or is that
see
just
how long
me?
Tatanka waits to pull this trigger, but it probably won't be that long. I think Hylic's already poking it with the fox.
Do any of you guys have Lucas's skins installed for his tournament?
Oh no, I don't. Yeah, I used to a long time ago.
My favorite
the lizard.
The fox. I still got the fox clown and the pimp badger.
That was horrifying. Oh no.
I remember he made me a version of Hopper that was like the Tooth-Tail TV Hopper. I thought it was pretty cool.
Oh, it is. Oh, I remember that.
Oh no!
Oh, that was it.
Heal it! Heal it!
Dave, 8 tags immediately. Gonna bring
Am I
it back up.
behind? I haven't seen. Like, is this?
We're at like 7 minutes right now, so yeah, you might need to fast forward a little bit.
Yeah, you're gonna see a bit of a close call with the fox here, and then get immediately pocketed by like 20 pigeons.
Yeah.
Oh, that's the annoying thing
really
about the fox. He's ready to go.
Like, well, I mean, Hylix is not. I forget exactly what. Like he plays in the like the beginner or
for sure.
the lower bracket, whatever we call it nowadays, right?
Yeah.
Open.
The open bracket.
Open bracket. Yeah.
But yeah, I've casted some Hylix's games. He actually played very well in his game against Cheshire Saxophone to survive, and I was very impressed with his performance in that one. So I'll definitely give him plenty of credit here. I won't give it all to Tatanka, you know, because I don't want to.
Because I completely refuse to.
But yeah, you know.
Yeah, but now there's 3 tier 3 out for Tatanka, Hylix, and I think that's just gonna, with the constant fox harassment. They're just not there. I think General Spookies have missed its chance. They need to
just
like.
They kind of need to do
what we were talking about earlier with like the defense wall, but they just never got the opportunity to think that hard into it because Tatanka and Hylix, slammed with a bunch of tier 1 early on, and lots of
defense is really good when you're playing for your head, but when you're behind the entire game, it's really hard to get anything up. And this looks like it might be it.
Yeah, that's it.
All right, well, we will watch General and Milk and Spookies murder each other, as is tradition
I'm very
here.
excited for that.
So let me make sure they understand to let us watch that.
Amazing. Maybe I can just turn this lobby into 2v or 1v1, probably. Whoever the owner is. I think it's Tatanka.
Because neither of them have the mod, correct?
Wait, what? No, they must because they just played on it, no?
I think only the lobby.
I think you only need one person to have it. Yeah,
only
make the lobby.
Oh, gotcha.
So,
I can make the lobby.
Yeah, it's probably what needs to be done, so that way.
Let me do that real quick.
No, they already have it. They're already in it.
Oh, okay.
Milk's got one. Okay.
Nice.
Okay.
Is it modded?
Yep, it's here.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, you guys
I got there's 2 players. 7 spectators. Alright, let's do it.
Okay.
Here we go.
No. Need to catch up.
Wait, is this modded?
It's not modded.
Wait,
I could add it. I
No,
could
it's
add the
not.
mod.
Oh, it is. Oh, is it not? I saw this star. Maybe they just turned it on and didn't put it on. Oh, you're right. It's not. There's no sheet.
So this is like the zombie mechanic, right? Where the dead people fight to come back.
Yeah, so basically one of these people are they're gonna 1v1, and then the person that loses is the best of one, they're totally out, and then the winner gets assigned to be on a new team with somebody else.
What happened to Geordie for, like, how guilty do I have to feel about missing?
He played with Premium Bow.
Ah, the 2v2 specialist, okay.
Yeah.
He
no, he still
worked
got to play. Okay, they turned the mod on, so. Cool.
Bet.
Beautiful.
Gorgeous.
I'm being so efficient right now, guys. I'm doing my laundry while I'm casting.
Nice.
Oh my god, multitasking, let's go!
I got a good wireless headset now, and I'm in meetings all the time at work, so I'm always like doing that. I'll be like doing the dishes, like talking about construction projects or something. Nobody's none the wiser. Lobby A is prepped for round 3. Awesome sauce.
Oh,
thanks. Who's playing there? I guess the winner. Tatanka and Hylix versus Erilu and Sasha, right? I guess we'll see.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I gotta actually check the.
By the way, after this,
Evil Blade's facing.
Even though Erilu, so anyone wondering in the chat, those who have not lost after this they will not have a second chance. So Erilu and Sasha obviously have not lost. Neither has another team. I don't know who it is. Maybe Tatanka and whoever else, but they no longer have any lives. They're all reset in the semifinals and finals. So from here on out, after this 1v1's played, it'll just be
How did Aaron and Sasha end up on a team together? That seems.
Yeah, you know what?
This seems very strong.
It was funny. Someone called them out on it, and they were in the Discord. They're like, "Yeah, you know, it's a strong team, we get it, but
all right,
you know, at least we're not tryharding. Last season, you know, Olive and Tatanka played together, and they used voice chat, so we're kind of not tryharding, guys. I promise."
Hear me out. Hear me out. Hear me out. Next year, just all randomized teams. No,
that would be way better.
All randomized.
Agree.
Yeah,
or honestly,
I
don't
know about randomized, but I think you could try to balance it, right? Like put a really good player with like a new player, stuff like that.
That's what I would say as well. That sounds like fun.
Yeah, kind of use this as like a good like teachable moment. Give people like those who aren't used to playing this game, like me.
I will say the only problem with that is like if this is the same format, then the 1v1s will probably be a lot less interesting because you'll just have a stomping. Right?
Yeah, we probably would have to like mix 1v1.
I like the random 2v2 we did.
Is there any way you can handicap people in a 1v1?
Right. Yeah, that was cool. That was last season, right? Yeah.
Yeah, that was very chaotic actually.
All right, we're a minute and a half into this game. Cool decks we can talk about a little bit maybe. I like the Artie and the Balloon from both sides. Hopefully they come up. Will they come up? Absolutely not, but they might, and that's awesome.
I was worried Milk missed that farm because sometimes you can like, it's not normally that one, but it's the one that's like directly north. You know, sometimes you can like forget to make it.
Well, where would you put the Artie cannon? I'm thinking like on this little, sticky out bit from.
Yeah, the little.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking as well. Because that takes out
southern entrance as well, the top as well as the mill just above it. It's just generally good to take the center of the map.
I hope Milk and Spooky sees it and goes for it. We'll see.
Sasha said in the chat, if they wanted to be tryhard, they would have played with you, Olive.
Hey, that's a nice compliment. Hey, look at that. Wait, hold on. I lost 1v1. Wait, how can I be toxic now that I just got it? That's so nice of you to say, Sasha. Thank you.
All right, we got a boar on the way here for Milk and a second base.
Early boar.
Yeah, I mean, so far, I think they're playing like decent tooth and tail, for kind of unknown players here. I mean, making farms, making units. The general scout the board. They definitely need to scout. Honestly, that's one thing that new players lack. If I can never give good advice to new players, it's like just always be scouting. Like, it's really important to understand what your opponent's doing and react to it. Oh, they sold the boar. I was gonna say, how did they miss the boar scout? But no boar anymore.
I wondered what you were talking about. I wondered if I was behind again, but I can't fast forward. So, yeah, Spoons is behind on eco by a couple of farms. He's catching up, but still needs to put more.
I'm gonna do a little bit of light stalking here and find these people on Steam. It's how many hours they have.
Have fun.
Not creepy, I promise, guys.
Cool balloon positioning here. I like a balloon that does multiple things, and I think if the general takes this right base all the way on like towards the water a little bit, I think that balloon is kind of like controlling the pathing of the units here. We need to be careful.
I think Milk could just slam in there with 18 squirrels and probably just win.
Yeah.
Like, snakes aren't. He's got double the amount of squirrels that General has. The snakes and balloon aren't meant for fighting mobs of tier 1.
Right. Yeah, balloon's not very good at all against the tier 1. And look at the vision. I always forget. Like, look at the general's vision, dude. Like, that is so good. I always forget that the balloon like gives you that much extra vision.
That second balloon behind the first one, I don't see the point of that.
Yeah, it needs to get rid of it. I think they're doing it now. Almost did. I agree. I would put two. If I wanted 2 balloons, just have them right next to each other, right?
Tooth and Tail isn't really the type of game where you can afford to set up like a full back line.
At least the Gen AI has 75 hours in this game, so they're not beginners at all by any means. I would be very surprised if they were totally new to the game. They're both playing quite well. So.
And Milk is doing the classic thing that happens when you build defense, is they try to find her.
Wait a minute! It's 2 ships passing in the night right now.
I mean, Milk should.
Who's gonna be more decisive though? It doesn't seem like.
I mean, General's
winning this at all.
But he's not attacking.
He needs to buy a new mill as well.
Oh yeah.
He's coming back. But I think he's still.
Commander died.
He's gonna clean up his
Oh my
army.
god, wait, this is looking good for the general.
From downtown.
Oh,
Here comes the gen.
Oh my god, the
up.
half-court heave. What a save.
Was not expecting that to work as well as it did for.
The general needs to get back in there and attack right now, though.
Yeah.
Boards on the way.
He's up on farms, which is nice. But
Oh yeah, there's a
good press
four.
advantage for sure.
I'm convinced General would have just won that if he just attacked the mill.
Yeah, I agree. I think the general can just
it looks like
win
he
it
should
right
win
now,
this.
though.
I think he's amending that error as we speak. Here he goes.
Let's see.
Is this going to be
Needs to
enough,
get
though? The
this
snakes doing some
Yeah,
work, but they don't do a lot of build DPS. But will this board
He's gonna have to get out the pressure in the middle.
Question. There's so few
I like
squirrels to
General
kill this
getting
mill,
the-
but I do think it's going to go down eventually, right?
Getting the mill
Yeah,
right.
it has to.
Oh, the
Yeah,
problem is the
fine.
general's
They
like out of units that can actually attack the mill. Like,
Okay,
Yeah.
the milk
It's
is
gone
going
now.
round. Milk is going round.
Oh, it's the
Like,
general.
basically-
on the board.
Move the squirrels forward, Milk! Milk, move the squirrels forward! Milk, move the squirrels forward to defend your base.
Oh my
This might
God.
actually work. I think this board
Oh,
boy would have
that's it.
actually.
That's it.
Wow.
If Milk had moved his squirrels forward,
Yeah.
that could actually work.
That was fun.
Yeah, no, I agree, Tosh. Like, just a little bit more time. So the general will continue to play. And what do we got lined up? You said lobby A. I'm not sure what that means.
They're just
anymore.
waiting. They're waiting for us, I think, to cast. So
Yeah, they're waiting for us. Oh, lobby A. I mean, there's an actual lobby A channel.
Oh yeah.
So I think it's Airlu and Sasha versus Premium Jordy.
Yeah, that's what it looks like.
I could post a lobby, I guess.
yeah, I guess so. That might be the way to do it. Honestly, I'm embarrassed to say that it took me that entire game to realize that guy's name was the General. I thought it was the Gen 3 AI for like the entire time.
Yeah, I saw
I thought
AI
it was
too.
Gen A.
2v2
Alright, very
map.
nice.
And then let's put on patch. Okay. So I just have a
How
lobby
far-
open.
How far are we through this? Like,
There's 4 spectators.
how much did I miss?
This is like the semifinals, right? Wait, what is this? Is this the finals? It might be the finals.
No, because there's so many dead players that aren't. Like, what about
Yeah,
Kronka's team?
we still have to assign the.
You're right, this is semis, my bad. So there's still 8 players left. 4 of which have not died at all, and 4 of which have died once. At this point, it doesn't matter. It's all reset. Everyone's on 1 life. We're just basically straight up semifinals from here. It's going to be Airlu Sasha right now versus Jordy Premium Bow. In the other side of the bracket, we're going to see.
Well, I'm not even going to
Tonka
pretend
Hilux
to
versus
be
Jason Blake.
unbiased. Like, I'm rooting for the. Geordie is both the underdog and the person I was supposed to be with, so I'm rooting for them.
We are not unbiased casters. You're allowed to root for people.
Okay, so is anyone wanting to pick up the Sasha Aralu flag and run with that?
You know what? I will, because they beat me, so if they win, then I can
And they
say,
just
like, I was the
complimented
second
you.
best.
Oh, there you go.
Sure, there you go, right? Yeah.
Yeah, that's
That's
you know,
always the rule of thumb for me. If I ever lose to a team and I'm completely out, I'm like, okay, I'm rooting for them. Because if they win, they'll be like, hey, I lost to a champion. What can I do?
Exactly. What can you do,
Yeah,
right?
what can I do? That will always be my excuse. Like, well, I lost to a champion, so like, there's not much I can do. Like, they're goated, so what do you?
Yeah, I was taking a midterm a couple days ago, and you know, I got 25% out of 100, and but someone got 100% in the class, and I was like, well, you know, I lost to the champion. You know, what can I do? So.
Right?
Did the professor agree with that assertion, or?
I tried to email them about it. They haven't got back to me yet, but I'm sure they will.
As long as it wasn't graded on a curve, then everybody hates that person that got the 100.
That's true. It actually is graded on a curve. Oh boy.
Oh, I'm sorry, guys. Just get good. Do a little bit more studying.
Yeah, just get good. Forehead.
My bad. I should have been doing practice matches for fluid mechanics. That's my bad, guys. Sorry.
No,
Hey,
it's fine.
I love fluid
Or
mechanics.
scrims.
I too got a mechanical engineering degree.
Oh my goodness! Can you like do my homework for me, Delphus, please?
See me after class.
Okay,
right,
I got this.
see
Okay, we're doing the Fox Empty 1v1 for the homework answers, okay?
LOL.
One of Airlu or Sasha should have to random from now on.
Actually, yeah, hold on, let me add Sasha. They'll do it, right?
I mean, I will say, like, the Lizard strat has been, like, goated for this money. Yeah. It's been really, really good. I think that, like, everyone's doing Lizards now.
They're doing a little bit of a meme deck now, so... but no, I think Lizard. I feel like defense is not as good as you think it would be, and then Lizards are really, really good. And
you say, oh, there we go. Yeah, it's not my GM. Nice. You say meme deck stuff, yes, but that's the deck that they beat.
How many times does Sasha get to random? Because he's just randomed until he's ended up with the same deck he started with.
Yeah. I like this.
Like
I think this is
it's like,
he's got his
random, but I won't go completely random. It has to make some kind of sense comp-wise, you know?
Right.
I think Sasha could have been forced to go with the deck that only gave him Mole Crow in the beginning.
Oh yeah, the Toad only deck.
Can we enforce that?
Sasha Lu.
That'd be like, all right.
Yeah, they have to only use Toads for their tier 1. That's it.
That is a brilliant way to. If you're doing the random teams and you end up with a top tier player against an open player, just make them have Toads as their only tier 1. Probably.
Hold on a minute though. I will say Sasha and Airlu have only Lizards as their tier 1, and both Premium Bow and Jordy have Toads. So this could be a really, really good early game matchup for our underdogs here.
Yeah, in all seriousness, like, Jordy's not a bad player, and Premium Bow's probably the best 2v2 player ever. I mean, I think Premium Bow understands 2v2 more than anyone else does, so...
He's the only, 2v2 main in the entire community.
Right. And I've watched Premium Bow pull off some, crazy stuff in 2v2, so... We'll see.
Oh, look, there's a Lizard out.
Yeah, it's like little stuff like this. I mean, lost the Lizard, unfortunately, but not too bad.
Was that worth it to stall the farm for 5 seconds? Probably not.
Yeah, if the Lizard lived, then that would have obviously, been good. But it's fine. It's small potatoes. So how about this map? Can we? This map looks good, I think, for Premium Jordy. I mean, they have some 4 bases. I think Airlu, Sasha only kind of have 1 real mill. They could take this Ninja in the south, though. It's pretty defendable and in weird situation,
For sure. I will say, the defense from Airlu is probably not going to get a ton of value here. They could possibly set it up in the middle here, but it's kind of on the low ground, and it's just a bit awkward. So we're probably going to be seeing mostly this kind of tier 1, tier 2 style. And because of the randoms, Airlu and Sasha do not have the best mid-game here at all. I mean, we're looking at pretty much no tier 2 that are usable in a fight besides camps.
Jordy sniffed out this attack, though. That's huge.
Yeah.
Very smart. Nice.
This is a
really good use of the mines.
Mines are so good for just putting off little flank routes like that.
Yep. Yeah, really smart play from Jordy to have those little, pretty much scouting mines, out here to let them know. Sound the alarm.
And Wire as well from Premium Bow, which I quite like. It's going to do well against any kind of Lizard harass.
Yeah, Wires are like Lizard's worst enemy.
Yeah.
The owls
good vision and
get that
stops in the tracks.
Yeah. All right, Premium thinking about maybe their own little wiggling around. No, gonna stay home for now.
Amelie goes straight for the wolf rather than. Amelie doesn't have an easy second base actually. Now that really
exactly. I think he's got to take the south base, right, as a ninja.
Yeah, I think there is. Is there a way you can get through there on that little? It is through that little corridor.
There's a little tiny spot, but not very much. Ooh, big attack here from Premium Jordy.
Huge attack.
Wow, he's just diving in. I don't know if this is the toes are way late. He's going for the mill. Oh, wait, come on, is it enough?
No, it's not.
Unfortunate. Wow. Good machine gun placement there from Airlu, but Airlu's got to be freaking out right now. I want to see Toads blow up a mill. That'll make my whole weekend.
I mean, he's only lost 1 farm. Airlu's going to be fine.
Yeah. Unfortunately, as hype as that attack was, to Tasha's point, it probably wasn't very good. but it was still cool. I think the turrets really made a huge difference there.
Yeah, I think the turret wiping out a good bit of those lizards really kind of helped out a little bit to make it not as big of a damage as it could have been.
All right, well, with Sasha with this expansion, we do need more eco here.
How do you...
Jordy grabbing the Ninja Mill in the south, actually.
They're just going to attack.
Gonna deny that from the Eastern team.
Why a Fox if you're up against mass tier 1 and defenses? Is Sasha styling or is he figuring out something I can't?
Probably
I feel like honestly the Owl's probably better here. But
yeah.
We'll see.
Oh no, Sasha sniffed out this southern base immediately.
Yeah, I mean, you're playing against some of the best in the world.
Yeah.
So we got a Wolf.
Hard to sneak this kind of stuff by them.
Wolf coming out for air. Oh, Wolf's already here for Airloo.
Yeah, Wolf was here.
He's now alerted of it.
Oh, is Premium going to save that?
He's not going to be able to stop this, but he will get the mole. So honestly,
he don't even get the.
Wow, and Sasha's already there to deny the. That's very well played.
Yeah, you can burrow to him.
You remember you can burrow to the mole warriors. The mechanic that everyone forgets, even though it's probably one of the most interesting and unique.
I like it. I think it's a cool mechanic.
Yeah.
Everyone forgets it exists.
Look at this from Airloo. He's actually wow.
Airloo
so even Trey
in another game too, like buffing up from tier 1, because that buff lasts forever on tier 1. It lasts like 20 seconds. So you like buff those and then go wreck havoc.
When they first made the change, Wolf went from buffing tier 3s to just the meta was to just buff a mob of tier 1, and it was impossible to deal with.
Yep.
So the ferrets are fighting here now, and Premium Boat is kind of running around, but the ferret is going to bring the pressure to these defensive players, especially with so many MGs and wire and stuff up. It looks like this fight's going to start.
They're trying to draw
into this wire though.
The damage.
Yeah.
And honestly, pretty much everything from Sasha is gone at this point. The Owl is just coming in, but oh no, everything from the tier 3 are surviving from our right side players, and this is a lot of pressure to stand up against.
Yeah, there's not
10
much.
10 times damage in mill specifically, says Pataka. I could not agree more.
I don't know if Premium Jordy can come back from this, like the ferrets right up in their face.
Yeah,
I mean, the Fox
seems
is
like
fail points.
And there's the mill forward going down. That's kind of the entire economy of our Western players gone. And
yeah, that's
this
kind of much.
Like it's just a matter of time. Decent cure, but
yeah. I mean, I'm pretty sure this is gonna wrap it up. And then...
Yeah, this one definitely goes to Sasha Lu. Man, that was a hype attack though by Premium Jordy. If Sasha Lu's units were not in position there, like they could have knocked Airloo out of the game and then grinded
It's also
Sasha
probably
down.
what lost them the game though, like losing their armies for very little value.
Yeah, exactly. It was a haymaker. They like tried. To Tasha's point, like it didn't end up doing much, but it was so close to like knocking Airloo out, and that would have been super hype.
Yeah, if there was not that MG there, if the units were just like a couple tiles away, Airloo's not paying attention.
Yep.
Like
they were like trying to go backstab.
All right.
Yep.
How much do you?
Well, there goes Premium.
Does it take to take out a mill? Because he only had 12. I don't think even if all of them hit. I think he
I
might
don't know. You need a little bit more. It gets a little fuzzy because like
there though.
Yeah, there's other units besides just Toad. There's like their whole armies. So all right, match number 1 gonna go to Sasha Lu. This guy is updating me on the brackets in the background. Maybe you can help me digest this, Olive. I will send it to you.
Yeah, I'll read this a little bit.
I don't know if you posted this publicly anywhere, but you want to try to wrap your head around that for me?
Yeah, I'll read this. I'm in college, so I should be able to figure this out.
Okay, I guess I'm gonna figure out what's gonna happen with my match.
Yeah, do you know who your teammate is? Is it Evil Murloc, right?
It should be Evil, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're the Evil Blade,
You're the Evil Blade, yeah.
Oh, actually, I got added in one of the lobbies, so I think.
Alright, and Sasha just won.
Yep. So it's 1-0 for Sasha Airloo. I think we are just like casting all the games today because it's going pretty quick. So.
Because Murloc said that we can wait for this match, so I am gonna go ahead and dip and mentally prepare and maybe cry for playing. Yeah. So I'll catch you guys later.
All right, see ya. All right, on the right-hand side, we got Sasha Lu, and up top, Premium Jordy. This map is wide open, and I think we did see some real randoms. I think Airlu went random, like legitimate random. Yeah, look at his deck. He's Toad Man.
Wait, I got it. Oh boy. Wait, I love Airlu for this, and Sasha too. Wait, there's not a single tier 1 from either of these players.
Okay, let's go. See, this is what we're talking about. This is a casual tournament, man. We are having fun. This guy did put some money on the line, just a little bit for the first place, but this is definitely a casual event. So glad to see these Sasha Airlu team kind of recognizing, you know, obviously they're two of the best players of all time. You know, do some randoms, have a little bit more fun.
That's right.
But you know, Premium Jordy, again, Premium's one of the best 2v2 players and could definitely take a win here. So let's see what ends up happening.
Don't want to get too cocky with this pigeon only and toad only, but
yeah, like Jordy. I mean, I think Premium and Jordy's decks both look really good.
For sure. I think it's actually the rematch of their last run up as well. So slightly different, but it looks pretty similar to me.
Yeah, I think they'll just jump straight up to tier 2s.
Yeah, and that's what you see. Airlu putting the snake down immediately here. Makes sense.
Still though, Snake Raccoon, that's again, Mass Lizard should just chew through that.
Yeah.
Which is what Premium and Jordy have got, so...
Oh, here we go, the lizard cheese!
I think, yeah, maybe
oh, no,
Sasha
Premium's
is...
not with them!
That machine gun is so hidden on my screen. I cannot see it.
Oh my god,
behind the mirror.
Dude, look at that
so
sneaky... I did not see it at all. That's why Premium moved.
Yeah, I think they just literally didn't see it because it's so hidden.
That's insane, dude. Yeah, you're right. I think Premium Boat saw it. That's why Premium Boat turned, but Jordy didn't, and then just got kind of chewed in. Premium Boat looking for another spot, though. Gonna come in. It's a point. I mean, Lizard versus...
2v1 at the moment.
Yeah, Lizard versus Snake Raccoon. All right, I think we might see a point on the board for Premium Jordy here, and I don't think Airlu Sasha are gonna screw around on match point. Not massive damage yet, but it's not game ending, but critical.
This round up though, like this is actually still very winnable for Sasha Lu. One machine gun to guard, help guard Sasha's base. The owl on its way.
Yeah, they got to target down those machine guns. They're just ignoring him right now. Maybe this is critical damage though.
Yeah, this is a lot of lizards still on the field. So Sasha, I think, is dying, and then Emily will have to 2v1. And the owl is good in this matchup, but it's not going to be that good.
Yeah, Airlu's already down to a few farms. This is gonna knock Nog out.
Yeah. Maybe this randoms were a bit too cocky. Maybe one player with some squirrels. But you know what? They got the game 3 to try to
claim their... sports. You know, and I think they could have been fine, but like Jordy and Premium. I mean, honestly, I think the double mass lizards is very, very strong in 2v2.
Absolutely, they put their pressure on immediately.
If Averly would actually like try to get Toads out at the beginning, they probably would have been fine. Like they needed one player to go, you know, anti-mass tier 1 of some sort.
I think one player just needs to sacrifice their... No, get the cams to kill the Toads. We've got cams here. So Georgie needs to bring those cams up and force detonation.
This is actually kind of smart.
These plays are just getting gobbled up. Oh, those Toad connections are gorgeous, but it's just not enough.
The owl isn't getting to build up any of its mice.
Yeah.
It's just going out in ones.
They have enough now. They shouldn't have pulled back there. I think they could have just ended the game, but they will eventually win this. This will be a 1-1 score here.
You're being very meticulous about it.
I respect the effort. Nothing's going to happen if you can't get a full contingent of mice out.
Yeah.
If he
the ferrets are now here, and this is just So now Erlu knows he has to move out, but can't move out at the same time. Rocking a hard place, and that's going to be the tap.
All right. The great Sasha Lu have been defeated in a single match, but to their defense, they were absolutely memeing. And putting on a good show for us, which I do appreciate. And now we're in a match point, though, so I don't expect them. Oh, wow. Erlu with the instant. Bro. Erlu legit random. Sasha's still randoming, but like picking and choosing a little bit. But Erlu just hit random lock. And his deck's actually not bad, though.
Erlu got a good deck to hit. That's Squirrel, Lizard, Snake, Badger, Fox, Artie. That's like a bit vulnerable, and it's got some weaknesses. Like a lot of it is going to be weak to mass tier 1 still. It's still ironically quite weak to mass Lizard, but he's got actual tier 1. So, I mean, if you've got Squirrels and a tier 3 and a tier 2 in your deck, you've probably got something you can work with.
Yeah. 100%. And what is a little unfortunate for Sasha and Erlu is that they both have Badgers and nobody has a Pigeon. No Pigeon to be seen. Did Sasha end up doing a random, or did they actually pick this deck? I think they random, right?
I think if they were picking, they would have picked Pigeon, surely.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, I think Sasha. This is a random from Sasha, but Sasha randomed multiple times, kind of a filtered random, if you will.
Yeah.
Of course.
I think I usually go with the collar rules for randoming, where you get 3 randoms and then you get to change 1 unit in your deck.
Interesting. Yeah, I like that. Like 3 randoms, and you can like go back to one of the original. That'd be hard to track though for my tiny brain.
Too many rules.
You would 3 random, but it would be tough for me to be like, oh, I want to go back to the second random I did, you know?
Right? Yeah.
Well, I mean, you don't need to remember the ones that are absolutely useless, you know. When you roll into like Mole, Pigeon as your only tier 1, you can just go, okay, I'm not going to do that one.
Right, that's fair. Maybe remember like one of the randoms you want to go back to.
Yeah.
But this is a decent map for an elimination match here.
I have to say, this is really cool map.
Yeah, everybody's got a natural, and the worst natural is on the Erlu Sasha side, which is fair because they're really good. This might be tough for Erlu. Oh, there it is. Okay, interesting. I like this choice space a lot.
With the Artie, that mill might be defendable.
Well, there's no way to get to this. This is actually a one attack path map. If you look at the jungle of maze.
What I think is actually going to be kind of a disadvantage is Premium Geordie. Their mill has this high ground, this cliff. If you get some ferrets up there, you could do some devastating damage because there's no high ground vision for Sasha or Amalu.
Yeah. Think about a balloon up on that high ground if Premium gets that mill. Like that's kind of just disgusting. You can't even you can't do anything unless you kill that. Also, and you're right, Erlu has no high ground vision, so they can't deal with it at all.
And this 9 o'clock base is totally free, by the way, for Premium Geordie. Like that is like the biggest pocket base that's ever existed.
Yeah.
Do you know if they've scouted it yet?
Check.
They have.
Yeah, everyone's aware of it. Yeah. All right, lots of tier 1, kind of starting to posture. Once Premium Bo gets that ferret out, it's really when we're gonna have to put up our
Artie is down.
Ooh, Artie is down.
Interesting because Premium has the ferrets, so. It's just like if you put a ferret on this corner with the blue expansion, can that hit the Amalu's base?
I don't know. I was thinking about that earlier. It would be close. You might need vision because you know they can shoot farther than they have vision of.
If only they had some sort of high vision unit. Yeah, but they're not gonna.
That's true. We do have the ferret now.
In fact, the balloon is the one getting popped. This is one of the actually best ways to use an Artie cannon is just as bait, but it's also the most boring because then you don't get to use your artillery cannon because you just won the fight.
Right. Yeah, maybe they shouldn't have attacked in there. Maybe Premium Bo could have got waited for the ferrets.
They probably should have waited for the ferrets.
Yeah.
Because ferrets, I think, out range, or at least they can move in and then shoot and dodge the Artie shots, whereas the Artie, can't move.
I would love to see Premium go take that free 9 o'clock, because the reason that good players always win is like they always have a better economy than you. And Heirloom and Sasha are already kind of in the lead on farms, and you know, Premium's gotta just go take that back base and get an economy going.
Did you just rally? What is happening here? Actually, misclick here, I think, from Sasha. Yeah, it was on the other side of the map, rallied in, and some units going in there. Fight coming in. This MG's up at 1 HP, doing some DPS.
It
looks like the fight though. Oh my goodness. Okay, so they're gonna get pushed back here from this position, but they're not gonna get really pressured away from this. Kind of an army trade at the end of the day.
Yeah, and in my opinion, that was a great fight for Premium Jordy, but they're still losing because their economy is just so far behind.
Right.
If this Badger comes out for Sasha, yeah, there's no easy. I guess. Well, Premium's getting the Falcon Flock up, and there'll be the boar to tank for it. So the Badger shouldn't be, you know, the death knell. But yeah, they're just going to get completely out-ecoed if they don't get a farm. At least one of them needs to get the mill up. Or at least put farm, because Jordy has a mill, but he's barely put anything on it.
Yeah. The thing is, they just haven't had the opportunity to scout, or they haven't gone in and scouted, really. And they don't understand how far economically behind they are right now. Like, Sasha and Heirloom literally just finished up full saturation on their second bases, right? And we're at the past the 5-minute mark, so this will become.
Premium's an experienced enough player that he should have a feeling for this. Like, he should know that this is not a that one base 5 minutes is not a satisfactory economy.
Right. I think. I don't know, maybe, like, he's fighting so hard for this mill. I wonder if he just didn't realize how safe of a base a 9 o'clock is.
I think he's really, like, not focused on this right now. He's just trying to focus his fight
Oh!
and just realize the respect.
Why had the Badger die? Like, how the Badger die?
It was just mismicro. I don't think the owner was there to really control it. Sasha was working with something else. The board does go down, and it looks like they're getting pushed back.
Unfortunately, I don't think it's going to matter, because
they
killed the army, and now it's pretty much all back.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's really the story of this game, is like Premium Jordy, like, made some good moves, like had some good attacks and engagements, but they're just way too far behind on money. And like, none of that matters, you know. If in RTS, the most important thing is economy, and if I just have more stuff than you, it doesn't matter if you're being efficient in trades and whatnot.
Look, Heirloom running over, because he just assumes, like,
there's a base here.
Got it, right? Oh, what? Okay.
Yeah. So, a little unfortunate for them, but still a nice attempt. We've got Heirloom Sasha winning that series 2-1, and now we have to watch Premium and Jordy murder each other in a best of 1. So,
okay, I tried to understand the bracket system here. I tried my best, and I think this is what's happening. We're gonna have Premium and Jordy fight to see who gets paired up with the General, and because those players were in the losers bracket, essentially, they're gonna play against another team of losers brackets people, which is Tatanka and Helix. So those people will play to determine who goes into the finals against Heirloom and Sasha, and that's it, essentially it. So there's 3 teams left, 6 players. After this 1v1 happens, 2 of those teams will fight to see who goes into the finals.
Yeah, we've got Tatanka and Helix, and then
already as a team, and these players are fighting right. Oh wait, Murloc? Isn't Murloc already still in this though with Jason? What happened to them? Oh my god.
I love that Lucas managed to design a bracket system that only he understands.
Well, it's really like, I think he's been doing a great job in the back end on this, like, because I think he had it all figured out, and then, you know, it's the day of, and people don't show up. Tosh, I'm just kidding, but like, you know, a lot of people signed up, and then a handful of people show up, and then now he's like trying to scramble and make it all work. But I'm honestly really impressed by this guy's ability to do that. Absolutely. Last time we did a 2v2 live tournament, like literally the exact same thing happened, and I thought it was smooth. Like, this is smooth. Like, this is a lot smoother than it should be for live, just scrambling and like making shit up as we go. You know, like, so big shout out to this guy, man, in the back end, like really making this happen and keeping it smooth. Like, I always figure, like, okay, I'm gonna go on a big 20-minute break while we wait on stuff, but like, it's literally just been game after game after game, so that's been sweet. And speaking of
I mean, these
Premium Bow would know. Sorry to interrupt you, but look at Premium Bow's deck here.
Yeah, let's talk about it. Premium. Oh my goodness. I was looking at Jordy's deck and I was like, oh, this is fine, but this is a random, right? It has to be. No. Does random take 3 tier 1s? This is insane. Oh, they're teabagging now. They're in the same PC. They're trolling. Okay, I figured it out. They're trolling. Nice. What's going on here? So the 8 farm rush here. Hey guys, I'm the expert in this as well. Mine going down. Definitely run around this.
I think it's a mine response.
It's okay, it's good. I mean, the thing is, if Premium sits here for a while and then decides to let the mole heal up, he'll get the free trade because it doesn't kill the mole instantly.
Yeah.
If he sells it now, you know, it'll sell for like 2 food. So, but he's gonna force to sell again, and yeah, this is gonna be constant pressure because Jordy went for the mines instead of the units. Premium will put himself a little bit behind on farms here just by leaving these moles up.
Warren is very
the auto targeting, losing 40 food. Tasty food.
Just go around and hit the Warren. Premium needs to go around and hit the Warren. That's very exposed.
It doesn't even matter though. He's stuck on 6 farms. Like, it's impossible.
Oh, now he's gonna go re-angle on this Warren here. Do you just double down? Do you build another mole Warren? Like,
my
just
goodness.
like
He's gonna hit
pickle
this too,
pigs,
right?
though.
Oh wow.
Oh, this
so yeah, I mean, this goes home, but
kill the moles. You gotta be careful.
Sell it.
I told you he needed to do that. He needed to kill that mill. That Warren.
That's wild. So Jordy on 6 farms, trying to get up to a 7th, putting a safety up, probably a good idea. Don't want to get destroyed again. And Premium going to the 8 farm. What are these? They're called raccoons. Yeah.
All right, I love the raccoons. Really fun unit to play with, and I like this decision here from Premium Bow. Like, he knows he's safe. He knows Jordy's got to lick their wounds for a little bit, and you know, not going to be able to move units across the map. As I say that though, Jordy does have a couple squirrels here. Sure, but this is that 6th sense here from Premium Bow. Already has 2 MGs up, and yeah, what can you do against that?
Is that a 6th sense that, oh, my opponent has built 2 squirrel warrens and I've got nothing, I'm going to be attacked? Is that not just basic logic?
I like to think of it as actually the 7th sense. Okay, it's basic logic.
It's 5D chess.
Exactly, but actually in 2v. Here we go.
I like this response from Jordy, like, take a mill. You know, I don't think he should be posturing on the map as much. I don't know. Like, this is working. He's stopping the raccoon from harassing, which is good. But if Jordy, like, just macros up, man. Like, when do you
how many?
Yeah, I mean, am I crazy or just like
raccoon can actually trade fairly well against like lumps of squirrels. They actually don't scale that badly.
Yeah.
They need time, though, is the thing, right? And when you have 24 squirrels versus, I don't know, 6 or 8 raccoons, I feel like you're at a loss. Like, there's nothing here that Premium can really do against Mass Squirrel. I guess Mass Toad, I guess maybe you should try it.
Here they come. I think Premium needs to move his turrets up and take that mill. I think one critique I do have of Premium is he's not the fastest to, like, expand.
Well, that was his last game, wasn't it?
Yeah.
This 1v1 is not his area of expertise.
Yeah.
It's not a specialist subject.
Like, I think Premium does really good with, like, tactics and strategy, but sometimes, like, just the basics of, like, oh, I need to keep up on farms can be the problem. So I think Jordy, like, sneaking, and Jordy needs to be careful here. There's the mill from Premium.
I'm pretty sure Premium wins this
attack right now, right? These Toads get insane connections now. But he's gonna pull back.
This army's looking pretty good from Premium.
Like, the squirrels are by itself. If he attacks now, he's definitely got it.
Oh, here comes the fight.
Toads!
Oh, it's every
wow.
Devastating.
Yeah.
Is he gonna press his advantage? There's a couple tier 2 Warrens in front here, and these Toad connections.
Up.
Oh no! Wow, it's just the army comp of crit damage right here against buildings. And that's it.
That was actually sick. Like,
that was awesome.
Toad Raccoon Mole was actually, like, legitimately cool. All right.
He actually had the counter to what Jordy was doing, which you didn't expect.
I think it might be easiest for me to just, like, host the lobby, and then, like, people come in when it's their turn to play. So I will host the lobby again. Then it's a little bit more straightforward this way, I think. Okay, so lobby is up. So if you are supposed to play next,
I guess we're gonna find out. So Deep Sea Sasha and Erulu are gonna get a bye on round 4 because they have not lost a game yet. So that will be guaranteed Sasha and Erlu in the finals.
Sorry, Tatanka's playing next, right?
I think so. I think it's Tatanka and Hylix, but I'll have to do some checking. Maybe I think it's Tatanka and Hylix versus Jason Blade and Evil Murloc, if I remember correctly.
Cool. Well, while they do that, I'm gonna run to the restroom real quick if you guys want to entertain the troops.
Well, I would, but my laundry just finished. So, Tosh, you got any stories to tell about your stag party that you can, pull up right now?
I mean, maybe if I had time to think. I'm kind of like still passing it.
I will have fun.
Rode a rodeo bull for the first time. Found out that's a lot harder than it looks. Literally like tore up the skin of my like nearly dislocated all my fingers holding onto it, and still got off got chucked off in less than a minute, less than half a minute. I only lasted 22 seconds. What did we even do? We did a whole bunch of we did go-karting, which was fun. I was very bad at it. I lost both times, came last. In all fairness, I'm like 5 stone heavier than like everyone else. What is that in kg for the Americans? That's like an extra 32 kilograms, basically.
Yo, I'm back. I heard you say you rode a bull. It's
no,
crazy.
a rodeo bull. Like, where you have to hold on and they spin it around.
Yeah. Oh, like the mechanical one? Or like
we went to this Western themed club, and they had a rodeo bull where it was like £2 a ride. I don't think there was like a prize or anything, which they should have been. It should have been like last a minute and get like a free drink or something, but
yeah.
The record was 46 seconds, so I doubt anyone was going to get that. I only lasted 22 because it is a lot harder than it looks. You don't have a lot to hold on to.
Yeah, I bet. I've never done it. It looks fun.
Yeah, I think like there is probably like a technique to it that I think you have to use a lot of thigh squeezing, but it's like if you lose focus for 1 second because you have to keep your whole body tense. I think you lose focus for 1 second and it's very easy to get kicked off by a sudden movement. And I nearly did like just break both my hands trying to hold on.
This is hilarious. Tatanka's trying to make sure like the teams are lined up on the top correctly. So basically it's like going to show the scoreboard. There they go. Now they got it. So from left to right. So they finally figured it out though. Okay, cool. Well, I feel like this is going to be a close matchup here. Obviously, Tatanka, one of the best players, is available, but he is randoming. Oh, he did what he said he was going to do in the chat, was or the rule anyways, where you random until you get a squirrel or lizard in your deck, and then you keep that, which I think is a good middle ground of being like a true random, because like if you're randoming but you're also just pressing random so you get a good deck, it's like okay. So I think this makes sense. Good sportsmanship here from Tatanka. It looks like he is tweaking A units. I don't know. There's only 6 now. Yeah, I think he tweaked like a single unit. But right, nice to see some of these like higher level players, randoming, make things a little more balanced. So I appreciate everybody's sportsmanship on that sort of thing.
I've got a blank screen for the select commanders. That's not good.
Yeah, that was happening all of earlier. I am also streaming it on Discord. If it's being a pain in the butt, you can just watch it there.
I don't know. The game is loaded, so I think I'm fine.
Okay, cool. Well, here we go. We've got the Evil Blade in the bottom, and then up top, split a little bit. We've got Hayatanka, I think is what I called him this time.
It's not a split that should really matter. They're still close enough to support each other.
Yeah, and then once one of them takes that middle base, that kind of like chain links them together. But I like the spawn over for our Evil Blade team. I think they have decent mills here. Unfortunately, this one all the way into 3 o'clock is pretty harassable. Like there's an attack path between that and Hylux's main.
This is both teams have lizards, right? Because this is a very lizard. A lot of 2v2 games, lizards do so much better in 2v2s than in other ones. I don't know what it is about the map gen, but they tend to be so much more open and give you so many more flank routes.
Yeah, 100%.
Because you've got more units, like more unit choices. You've got 12 instead of 6. It's much easier to just slip the lizards in anyway. Like much lower opportunity cost. So yeah, lizards are always good in 2v2s, and this is one of the prime examples, I think, where you might as well take them because you might get a map like this.
Yeah, and to your point, 3 out of 4 players have the lizards with them, and yeah, the maps tend to be bigger. They tend to spawn more gristmills, and then those kinds of things together might make more little narrow tunnels and corridors and that sort of thing. So far, just a bunch of tier 1. We'll have to wait and see. You also get caught a little bit in like tier 1 chicken, you know, because you don't want to be the guy like trying to get a tier 2 in a mill, and then your opponent's just built like nothing but lizards and then run you over.
It's a bit more like it's harder with their bases split up like this. It's harder for Hylix and Tatanka to tech up first because they're easier to isolate.
Yeah, they're vulnerable. So let's see. They should have a good rally point here in the center of their 2 bases. But yeah, just tier 1 from everybody. Okay, Evil Murloc now getting a skunk. I kind of prefer Cam. 4 skunk is good. I think 4 skunk. I think 2 skunks is bad against lizards, but I think once you get 4 skunks, like that's just so much HP to chew through. They can put so much gas down.
Yeah, 2 skunks, the lizards can just run past the gas, and the skunks can't hit all sides themselves.
Right.
Once the lizard on them, with 4, the skunks can, absolutely surround themselves with gas, so the lizards can't just, ignore it. The lizard still will do some damage, but it'll be more even. And now, Blade is on his own. We need Murloc back here. I think his commander was down, and now we're getting the classic 2 1v1s, but the skunk has a choke point to slam gas down.
We've also got some snakes out of Jason. Snake is an interesting choice here. I think he just felt like he needed a tier 2, and I disagree. I think more tier 1 would have been just fine, but decent hold. I mean, they took some damage, but not too much.
It's not great against what Hylix and Tatanka have, but it could have been useful if they had gone into tier 2s, and sometimes you want to prepare for that. You don't want to wait until they've got this thing out until you get the counter sometimes. And it's not like snakes are bad. Snakes can still be quite annoying even against tier 1s. Especially if your opponent has 4 skunks. Like, you don't really need to keep going with the, anti-tier 1 at that point.
What's up, Olive? So far,
I'm back.
It's actually looking good for Jason. I say Jason, Blade, and Murloc are in the winning position at the moment.
Really?
Oh, look at this flank from Tatanka.
Whoa.
But Jason should be
behind everything.
Jason's able
to I don't know. All of Jason and Murloc's units are standing and fighting.
Most of the skunks did go down, but I think that is still a win. The snake's still alive on low unit counts. They could get some farm damage done if they were feeling.
I was gonna say I think they needed some damage there. Like they held off. Like that was a good trade, but like nobody took damage really.
They killed the expansion attempt, so that's something.
Okay. Yeah, that's fair.
Oh, this is gonna be a great game. 4 kind of like evenly matched skill levels. Everyone on 8 farms, just fighting until everyone's gone. Like this is gonna be great. Almost at the 5-minute mark. Nobody's expanded yet. Oh, first actually, Murloc just grabbed me something now.
So Tatanka is stronger, but Tatanka did a random this round, Olive.
You're right.
Oh, these skunks are way too isolated, right?
Oh no, is that big?
That's really bad.
2 skunks here, but still a lot of units here. Can they do this? So many crows, though. The gas will not affect them.
I think Evil Murloc kind of just threw the game by those skunks running up by themselves. Like, he wanted to be cheeky and get some good harassment, but there was mines right there. Great foresight by Hylix.
the Camel and tanks enough to let them build their army back up, so they shouldn't take.
But these skunks are so good on the offense. They're so good at keeping these units just dead as soon as they leave their warrens on the respawn.
But this corridor is only like 3 tiles wide, so the Snakes do mad work here. Murloc's getting his back up, but he's got no tier 1, and he's not going to really be able to defend this.
18 squirrels here for Hylix, walking into the main base of Jason Blade. This is gonna be good.
Yeah, they passed the choke point.
Man, that was a close game for a while, but yeah, just bad decision making there with the skunk, unfortunately. And I think this is just too much damage from here. Yeah, we're gonna go into game 2 very shortly. But yeah, that was a good match for a while. I don't think I like the snakes that much, but to Tosh's point, like they did actually get some decent work done. I think Cam's would have been good.
Yeah,
I'm not so sure.
The snakes were fine. What really lost the game, the snakes didn't lose them the game. Moving the skunks out isolated lost them the game.
Right.
I think they needed to use the snakes. The snakes could have paid for themselves if when they'd taken that fight and they'd come out with a small win. They needed to like team up on Hylix, and the snakes could have tagged a whole bunch of farms.
Look at the army graph and look at the income graph. Everyone's at the same farms and everyone's at the same army. Like I know that fight was super won, but like at the end of the day, there's only really a tech lead for the southern players.
Well, I mean,
here.
Jason Blade, a player on each team are starving, and Tatanka's actually a farm behind. Murloc at this point.
This might be anyone's game still. I am worried that the 15 from Tatanka seems smart. That's a smart comp, and he's going to come over here. They need to sniff this out. Yeah, they know they're on the way, but can they stop it?
Murloc's trying to base race.
Yeah, meanwhile, Murloc's fighting against Hylix, but I think...
Hylix winning the fight.
Oh, Tatanka going for the base, but Jason... They're going to take the 1v1s here.
Yeah, we got into 1v1, and each player on the Jason Murloc team lost a 1v1.
Yeah. Close game there.
That's a tap.
Close game for sure. So after this, we're going to the finals, right?
That's right, I think if you're out here, you're eliminated because these are all like losing players. I'm pretty sure. So
I think there might be another resurrection team because Premium Bow is on a resurrection team with somebody, isn't he?
Oh, true. You're right.
He's on a resurrection team with whoever loses this, right?
No, because whoever loses this, there's no 1v1s. These are both resurrection teams.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
so I think Premium's with General then, right? Because he got a bye.
Oh, you're right. So the winner of this is going to fight Premium versus General. Premium and General. And then the winner of that's going to go to the finals to fight Sasha and Erlu, who get a lunch break right now.
Yeah, I guess so.
They basically just hang out while all these losers fight each other.
So is that, are we gonna call them...
Wow, that was harsh.
I know, it sounded worse. Worse than I meant it.
Yeah, true.
The people playing in the losers bracket, the lower bracket. I hate that. Like, I don't know.
The losers bracket?
I hate when people, like, they don't want to sound harsh. Be like, the losers bracket. Call it the lower bracket. It's like,
I know, right? Yeah. Oh man, I'm having such a good day today, Delphius. I'm casting Tooth and Tail. I just did laundry, so now my pants are really warm.
Nice. You got the blanket out of the dryer situation.
Exactly. This is exactly what's going on, and I'm just I'm here for it.
Well, yeah, it's a fun Sunday, man. I always love doing this type of thing. Thanks again to this guy. You know, obviously we wouldn't be here without him doing that, putting this together. And I highly encourage anybody watching this, like, if you want to put an event together, man. Generally, players will come out for it, even if there's no prizes. You know, people just like to play. We like to compete. I'll cover it. You know, I'll cover every event ever. I don't care, as long as it's like a time that I can do it in. So generally, early on weekends, like this is normally the best time, just because we have people in time zones all over the place. So this is where it's not like 2 a.m. for anybody. But here we go. Up top, Jason Blade, Evil Blade, and in the bottom,
whoa!
Hyalanka.
Oh no!
Uh-oh.
Not the bottom. Delphius, the bottom and the left of the map. Tonka spawning so far away from his teammate. Wow.
They have drama going on, bro. Like last spawn, they're a little spread out. Now they're like super spread out. Like these guys are.
Yeah, hey, can you tell Tatanka that I'm not speaking to him? That's the vibe that's going on down here. Oh no.
Only teammates in heart, but yeah, I mean, well, to be fair, once they connect with their naturals, they'll be kissing again. But yeah, that is very interesting. that not anywhere close to each other. They're in different area codes. They're in a long distance relationship here.
I know, this is really cute, but I'm sure we'll see like a love story here once they both expand.
I wasn't watching if Tatanka randomed again. Oh yeah, I wanted to talk about his philosophy on random olive, which I think is really cool. He's saying like random until you have either squirrel or lizard, and then
that's what I do.
That. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's fair. Like, because you just need one of those, to be honest. Oh, going for this rush here. This is not a gettable rush. No, oh no, this is. He's going for the 8th farm. So yeah. He should give up here. This will not kill the farm. Oh, it spawned earlier than it's on my screen.
Got a free mine head too.
Yeah, so 20 food, that's free. That's big. It's more than you get for actually canceling a farm. So big pickup there for Tatanka.
Gonna be an awkward expansion
that's a much bigger split for the Hilux Tatanka team. Wow, that's actually kind of dangerous.
Yeah.
But Jason Murloc don't have lizards, so they can't really take advantage of it.
I know, but like if you just miss a scouting cycle and both teammates like just randomly decide to walk toward one base, I feel like it's so hard to support your teammate like at any moment. You know, at this point in the game, like honestly, if either of these guys just mass squirrels like together and then just decide to right click out on one base.
In fact, none of the players have lizards. Why is that?
I think Tatanka did his soft random, so that's his excuse. And then for everybody else, I am not so sure. But no, I agree. Lizards are just seem to be overperforming today. Seem to be very, very strong in 2v2. So definitely would recommend keeping lizards for folks here. But now we're gonna connect bases. Now the relationship has been restored. Oh, and look, they took each other's side.
So cute. Wow. There's absolutely no reason to do that, but here we go.
It's a very wide front line, so it's still pretty easy. Should be easy to isolate people. The snake hiding in the corner.
Yeah.
This could be fun.
This could also backfire though, like.
Yeah, because now he has like his main army isn't connected to.
This is actually insane. He's gonna get all of
it. He's gonna get everything.
Tags, by the way.
That's 2.
He's gonna get at least 4. Oh, can he get out those? Oh, he's gonna get 2. So actually less than we expected.
He should have committed there. Because he needed to commit.
He saved them all though, which is quite nice.
No, he isn't. No, he hasn't. Those snakes are dying.
Yeah, so that's actually really unfortunate. I mean, it's an even trade. Maybe he can get the rest of his army here to try to back it up, but I don't think
this is
now there's momentum though.
The team is isolated. The tank got isolated. Now it's a 1v2.
So far away, he's coming.
It's 1v2.
Yeah, no. This might be it. This might be the
army's pretty good. I think he can push them away.
I don't know. I think Jason Blade of Murloc, they've got the cams for the squirrels and the snakes.
They're gonna turn here to top point.
The cams are now here. One snake gonna trade out the cams, but
yeah, they gave
here right now.
They gave the tanker time to rebuild some army. If they committed to that attack and just taken out Hilux, I think they would have won. Or look, one player fights Hilux while Jason just takes the snakes around and destroys all of the tanker's farms.
But at the end of the day, definitely a good trade for the Murloc and Jason Blade team. They took out 3 farms as well as both those snakes, and then a decent army trade toward the middle. So for only losing 2 farms that were almost farmed out anyway, it's not bad.
But their team is only 1 farm ahead after all of that. And Tanker has his boar build, his tier 3 building.
The tier 3 is on the way.
But there's also a Badger.
Badger should beat boar.
Yep, we do have the Badger already out. Okay, the boar is so slow for big maps like this. I wonder if that's going to come into play, right? Like, the battle is happening way away. The boar is, like, slugging over there. Lots of mines here from Hilux utilizing mines very well today.
I think there's a saying in the boar community that, you know, every tier 3 takes 45 seconds to build, but the boar takes about 60 because it takes so long to get anywhere. Okay, so taking out some mines here, taking his time to get across the map.
Here we go. Long enough for Tanker to get here. They bought time, which is...
Here comes the fight. I don't think they really want to take this, though. The Rev is not on the Badger.
This is terrible.
Wow, this is going really poorly.
They're not coordinating. One of them was free, one was fighting.
And kind of overkiting here from Murloc, kind of not keeping this Rev on the Badger.
Yeah, his Badger is just irrelevant. He's not letting it fight. He's so worried about it getting damaged that he's just lost all the stuff supporting it.
And there goes the expansion from Jason, down to 4 farms.
This is
Murloc's
GG.
the only one with money left.
No, there's
and
no...
when the boar is on top of the base, it's just killing warrens. It's getting all that value that actually usually doesn't get out in the open.
This is a win for Tatanka and Hylix now. Like Jason Blade, they needed to take that fight.
Yeah, I agree. That decision making was a little bit off there, and you know, there's just so much tier 1, man. Like, look at Hylix's army. Like, it's literally just squirrels. Like, and some skunk backup like that.
There's actually Jason Blade and Samlook. They didn't have any. Like, I think they had 2 cams, and that was it.
Yeah, they didn't have any like lower tier support. You know, so they just kind of got ran over by numbers.
And they took the fight in a place where that both armies were standing on top of each other, whereas Hylix and Tatanka were coming from one side each. And because all the units were overlapping, the ball was able to hit both of them at once. So
I think there's there.
Yeah, that's it.
We are gonna go into our semi-final game, I suppose. Hayatanka versus Premium versus General is what he wants me to call it because he's making fun of me because I said that. So I will respect that. Premium versus General is their team name.
Tough crowd.
I know. We could just stay in this lobby.
Yeah, I'm still here. Hey, I'll hop in, guys.
Yeah, you want to play?
You know what? Come on.
Yeah. So
this is gonna be Premium Bow and Hylix. Wait, oh, sorry. Who else is playing with him? The General, right?
Yeah.
I think so. We'll figure it out. Someone will tell us.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay. Premium Bow and the General versus Tatanka. It's been a long time since we've seen Tatanka and Hylix. I feel like they've been sitting in the background here for about an hour waiting to play. So we'll get to see that duo going up. Actually, I am curious to see who will win this. I think we have, kind of that duo of like kind of a more advanced player and sort of a beginner-ish player. But yeah. I do think like general skill on probably the Tatanka Hylix side might be a little higher, or at least toward the middle.
Premium needs to do some coaching to the General, and just kind of try to. I think that's his best thing. If he's just like,
Olo.
Hey bro, like build squirrels, Hey, what's up, buddy?
I'm trash. I'm kidding.
Not. Dude, you guys were so close on the first game. I think losing the skunks, like if you guys didn't lose the skunks there,
because
like y'all would have won. Like those are some close matches for a bet.
Yeah, I think
you had the opportunities and you bungled them, but you had them.
Yeah, I just think like for me, it's just learning how to micro a lot better than what I've had. Because like that's been my biggest issue is just trying to overcome not having to go into the rally all as much as I have, and it's just trying to learn how to micro properly more than anything else. But
yeah, I would say well played overall. You can probably watch that back and get some tips from it, but never the best to dwell on losses like that. It's okay. You have to move on. You're all right.
Yeah. It's all a learning experience.
Exactly.
Tatanka here,
moving in.
Deciding if he wants to random or not. He was doing some random. Looks like he will pick a deck.
Wow, can you believe that?
Yeah, and again, I really think like Premium's just gotta kind of boss the General around, man. And I think they have I think the General's got good enough mechanics, like knows how to build units, spend their money, expand, that kind of stuff. But yeah, I think Premium has just got to be like, hey man, put a balloon here, or like build falcons, or build square. You know what I mean? And he's got a good chance. I mean, Premium's game sense is very, very high for 2v2. Obviously against Tatanka, one of the best players of all time. But we'll see. So I'm excited here. All right, we're hopping into match number 1.
Here we go, yeah.
Premium versus General up top, and Hayatanka in the bottom. Both teams a little spread out. Relationships are not looking good these days.
I know, yeah. What's going on? Everyone's upset at each other now. Jeez. Some infighting going on here. Yikes.
To feel like, we're cool with each other, but we need to have our own like little land or something. We can't be like too close.
So I will say that Premium versus General, they have lizards, and Hayatanka do not, which is a big deal.
I like Hayatanka. That's cool.
Or you could go with Tatanka Licks. Tatanka looks is pretty good as well.
Tatanka? Really? You're gonna go with Tatanka?
No, I like High Tatanka.
Or yeah, you had it.
Yeah, High Tonka. Yeah, High Tonka seems like the best way to go around with that one.
All right, single lizard coming out here. This actually might do something.
Well, kind of weird farm positioning.
Yeah,
I don't think he's
like
gonna actually be able to do anything here.
I think he might have been able to okay, he gets into 2. Okay, this is for sure a pig if he commits to it.
He can get this corner pig right now, right?
Oh yeah, he's waiting for the
lock.
lock.
That's it. Oh, the other one's up though. He should get this. Nice. Big pickup.
Easy.
He loses one. Nice though.
Oh,
he's gonna go for more. He's looking for bacon. But the
he
safety
smells the
squirrel is
bacon.
out.
The bacon's there. The bacon's there. The bacon's there. Ooh.
He gets it too. How? An excellent start here for Premium Bow, and he's looking.
Yeah.
He smells blood.
Yeah, 120 for 20. That's a really good swap out.
Yeah, and the general's just building lizards with him. They're gonna lizard cheese.
They're just diving the pigs at this point. They're not even going for the fight. Another pig goes down. Was it worth it?
Oh yeah.
He actually trade out positively.
Oh, this
now
is
it's time to
great.
go home, I think. But wow.
Yeah, I think that'll be the end though, because the squirrels are now here. So.
Sure, but I mean, the strategy was
It's
just
still alive.
Tonka, and they kind of are doing that pretty well right now.
Oh, the counter push though.
You don't want to run forward. Why is
This already empty at home.
Oh, is he just distracting? He's distracting for General to get around and hit Tatanka. But Tatanka's not going to fall for that. He's going to know he can just push.
Oh,
And
it's
already stopped.
Oh my god!
Tatanka's going to use all his arms.
Yo.
Oh, they're gonna try to knock the general out of the game.
Premium taking out, but look, all of Hylix's units getting taken out from behind.
But
Premium
it's
both
about to be a 1v.
flanking
It's about to be 1v2 though. Premium's gotta save his buddy.
Can he get this? Oh, he's getting flanked from behind. Can Premium Bow stop this? Wire going up for some reason. Tatanka still has some units left. He's gonna try to knock out the general here, and he's doing so much damage.
But luckily, the general's warrens are all hanging out at Premium Bow's base.
General still has more farms than
right.
does.
Dude, this is looking great for Premium Bow in general.
Yeah,
This
7
is such a
farms. The
scrappy
only
game
player
early
still
on.
in economy is Premium Bow.
Premium needs to be careful here, not to get too far ahead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was smart to chase down because we're in a scrappy game, so like every squirrel matters, you know. So just getting those picks.
Premium's the only one with a full base. Like this is huge.
I mean, look at this ecograph.
It's just... if they don't lose in the next 30 seconds, they probably won.
And again, I think they're gonna try. Oh, look at all this barbed wire. Okay, we're trying to avoid the turrets. So very smart shot here by Tatanka.
It's a really good attack here, actually. They're cracking across water. Lizards have to run across the water where the squirrels can shoot across it.
There's so many squirrels. Oh my god.
Like,
I think they have this.
This might be
his last army.
Oh, this barbed wire is so huge, though. It saves General completely. They can't push through it, so they're going back for Premium Bow. Can he defend this? Let's see. I don't know.
Okay, the turrets are helping with the reinforcements, though. So the turrets are knocking out the reinforcements.
Units be enough? Let's see. I don't know. It looks like this might be it.
Premium Bow needs to get some more warrens now.
I don't know.
I mean, they are
out here.
It's kind of stabilizing, though. A little bit, right?
They're actually helping a lot.
Like
They for sure are. Yeah.
It's so
if they
hard.
take out a couple of these warrants here, it could be a little bit easier.
If they can just
This
knock
is an
out
insane game, by the way.
Dude, this is
It is, dude. This is insane.
This is the game of the day, for sure.
This is why 2v2 exists. Like, oh my goodness.
The tank is still only on 2 farms, and one of those is about to fallow. So I think General and Premium are still ahead.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I think so too. Premium's still after all of that at 5 farms.
I think they want to try to knock Tatanka out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly,
they can squirrels though.
They can just stall. To be honest with you, and
they don't need to attack now. Like
the
Tatanka, they can build up.
Okay, hold on a minute. Look at Hylix's base. All of those farms are starting pigs. I'm pretty sure. 2 just fallowed. The other ones are like the bottom left one is gonna fallow in a second here.
Yep.
Like all the ones that got killed were like new pigs, unfortunately. So these guys are on their last legs here.
General has the same problem there. Okay.
Could we get into a scenario where this turns to a 1v1?
Maybe. Let's see. Here comes the fight. They're on the warrens, but I don't know. They're in the corner here.
Yeah, this corner's not gonna work good.
I know the corner went great.
Dropping barbed wire.
Oh my goodness,
dude! Hey, it's a Tatanka.
Wow.
Tatanka's out. Oh snap!
He must have tapped, right?
It, folks?
Yeah.
I think so.
I think he had to tap.
Starved. He actually might.
Yeah.
No,
I
he
think
had
you
one
just have
farm
to-
with plenty of food on.
Okay.
You can see it there, that corner. It was that top corner one.
Okay, there it is. Yeah.
Yep, that's GG's.
Wow, we got it. GG. Premium.
Wow.
The General taking a match here.
Okay, hey, you know what? I like that. Keep it scrappy, keep them on their toes.
That was
take it where they don't want to take it.
That was a game where Premium's 2v2 experience really came in handy, like knowing how to isolate and get the... He just knew the right tactics. He knew to get the lizards and isolate.
The barbed wire, like
It was isolated.
using some of their last money on the barbed wire to keep the General alive was so smart. Tatanka made some good attacks as well, some good decision making. But man, what a hell of a game!
I know. And you know what? The big story of all of it is that Tatanka actually picked his deck, so no excuses there.
Yeah, no excuses.
All right, well, Tatanka's not going to be caught without lizards this game, as we see all players with the lizards this time around.
Apparently, Lucas thought it was Gen 3 AI as well.
I know, right? Like, yeah, right. Yeah. I was like Googling it like to find his profile on Steam, and I just didn't get it. Even like when writing, I wrote it all out. Like I had to type it, and I just did not see it until someone said it.
All right, the teams are bonded again together. Premium versus General on the left, and Hayatanka on the right. And this is a big sloppy map. There's hills everywhere, and lots of different attack paths. So, really great game to have lizards here.
For sure. Is there really like a good natural for either side?
Yeah, Tatanka's can be cliff abused, and there's actually a ramp there. If you look at that, there is a single tile ramp behind Tatanka's base.
Oh,
so
Got it. Okay.
So there is a nice natural actually, I think, for Tatanka. If that was a cliff, that would have been tough because you can't really defend that. I mean, you probably have to take it eventually, but yeah, it's a good point. There's kind of only really one natural for either side. Maybe the north base goes to Premium Bow's team, and you know maybe this bottom one goes to them, but I don't. But see
even then, that's gonna. Yeah, because if they go with that, it's gonna be very difficult to try and protect it in some sort of way because it's so far away.
Premium Bow is like the cheese lord right now. Yeah,
this is very ready for it. I would agree. I think it feels like both teams only have like one expansion, and like Premium's team can like try to take the north, and Hayatanka could try to take the south, but it's a messy map, and there's lizards going to be everywhere. Yeah, this is going to be very dependent on keeping track of like army movements and where commanders are and stuff like that.
Do you think both sides would just settle into one bases each?
That is a possibility too. I mean, we might not even really go into a macro game. We might just kind of be a scrappy lizard game like last time.
It doesn't seem like I can't see an obvious advantage for either team at the moment.
That's true. It is a pretty fair map.
Yeah. You do see an expansion though.
By the way, who's doing construction work in the background?
Oh, that's probably me. Okay.
Yeah, I think the left side team has a bit of a more open base. Like, it's a bit more comfortable. There's not this back door that Tatanka kind of has, although he has put mines in front of it. That's really nice that Hylix did that for his teammate. What a gentleman. Taking the expansion now.
That makes
but yeah, I mean...
Yeah, I would like to see some wire from to protect Bow's base, because that could be also... Here we go.
The lizards run in and
so
just
hit
the
for it.
That could be.
Ooh, I think you gotta pull back here.
These mines could literally be game deciding. If,
dude, Hylix's mines are so good.
If they give Hylix just one good fight, they can just snowball from that.
Yep. Like if someone runs 9 lizards, 12 lizards across these bottom 3 mines to try to snipe Tatanka's mill, that's all of them gone. Is they gonna get it?
Yep, there it is. There it is.
Beam had the opportunity to defend that, but he held back for longer.
Yeah, previous units were just on their good spot.
Now you can just 1v1, 2v1 Hylix.
Oh no, he's gonna bait him in all these mines!
Oh, it's actually not the worst. It only takes 2 lizards with it.
They've got the squirrels cornered. Oh,
absolutely. Flank from Hylix, and the pincer maneuver, oh my goodness. Just taking it, and they don't get the mill at least, but this is going to be the pushback. There's no defenses here. This MG's not going to get up in time. They're diving it. Oh, does it get up? No, it's going to go down.
No, it's not. It's going to go down.
Falcons can actually be good in this position. If you can get them right,
they're gonna have to utilize the pigs there, but nope.
Wow.
That's not gonna be the
yeah,
case.
double Falcon transition from Premium Bow, I think was really greedy, and like his units just weren't in the right spot. Like he shouldn't have lost that base into Taka, and like what I was saying earlier about General really should have had some wire there too, because that was a very obvious attack path.
Like
sure.
I don't know why they go for the Falcons because you're against mass squirrel lizard. Like surely you want General to go for the chameleons instead. Yeah. That's their only like anti-tier 1.
Yeah, I agree. Falcons are a little odd right now. Maybe they had a game plan and it just didn't. Like they wanted to hit a massive Falcons and it just wasn't able to work out.
They walked in the same trap.
Position. Another one getting caught, and yeah, that's a tap.
They walked into the same trap trying to get through that corridor and getting pincered.
All right, well, quick game 2, which is going to lead us to a 1-to-1 situation in this series. The next team to win a map is going to go on into the finals to fight Sasha and Airlu. So I think either team could win this.
100%.
Yeah, for sure.
It's a coin flip. I have my money on Tatanka and Hylix. I think they have that tier 1 fundamentals down, but Premium Bow is just so good at throwing off his opponents and taking them like to the zone that they have no idea how to play inside of, especially in 2v2s like this. So we could see anything happen now, I think.
I like how Hylix and Tatanka are both like, okay, Squirrel Lizard.
Pause. Let's pick now, okay? From here, I don't know, but
we know that's going to be there.
It seems to be like the strat for the 2v2 games at this point because like this is so valuable, especially in the early game.
I really like Tatanka's deck. It seems weird at first, but I think it's actually really smart. Like Squizzard, to Jason's point, like is so important early game. Like the barbed wire, the turrets have definitely been cooking. He's got the owls for the late game. You know, he's got the snakes for anti-badger, anti-boar, that kind of stuff. So I like it a lot.
He did swap the MG with the balloon, so it looks like they're going to be really going to utilize
the MGs instead. It looks like. No, maybe just no MGs at all.
Do you really need them? The mines were doing such work, basically, like in place of MGs.
They might be going for a macro game, to be honest with you, with how it's set up. Because they have a Fox as well.
I agree.
They might be going for a massive macro game.
Well, on the left, we
and
got
this is the
Premium
map to do it, I have to say.
On the right, Hayatonka. What do we call it? Yeah. To your point, this is a nice map.
Yeah.
Looking like a macro game to me.
Yeah,
yeah, there's at least like 5 mils on each side, so
it seems reasonable. I actually think it's a little bit favored for Premium in general, which is great for the underdog kind of getting a more favored map. But I think Hylix and Tatanka are just fine with this. They both have pretty easy natural expansions over on the east. Taking a third's going to be difficult, but I think you could say that about most people here.
Hylix and Tatanka, I don't even think I almost prefer their base. Their mills are going to be... I mean, they've got fewer opportunities, I guess, but these 3 up at the top, they're nice tight square.
Yeah.
Their high ground is not as big a deal as people always say it is, especially if you've got any units of fly, because as though you don't get any advantage, you don't get like projectile bonus damage or something. It's only the vision that high ground really gives you.
Right.
They have balloons as well, and this is a decent... There are 2 paths, but 1 balloon on the bottom left is probably enough just for vision, if it ever gets to that point. Or a couple... Honestly, like 5 pieces of wire down there.
Hylix can just put the mines down there and block it off.
Exactly. They have so much defense, just basically like stop that side up and then take it into like a balloon wall up here. This is what they're going for, and they have enough balloons to make it... Or sorry, they have enough mills to make it work, so... Yep, early expansion from Tatanka.
Yeah,
probably.
So it seems like this is going to be like a... Seems like it's going to be like, we're going to draw the line and see how it goes from there, from how things are setting up at the moment.
But I think, army-wise, the Badger Wolf combo from Premium AI or Premium General, whatever you want to call them, is probably going to be...
the Premium General.
Premium AI is actually crazy.
I like that one.
Should beat
by the way, it's not nice, so.
Fox Owl combo. It should be better. Like... Wolf will let the Badger, like, Box counters a Badger, but both Badger can easily catch up to it, and Badger hard counters Owl, so I think they've got the army advantage.
Are we going to see an actual balloon wall defensive line style?
I think we're going to see it 100%.
It's a possibility. Actually. I think it's a huge
possibility. Tatanka's already teasing us with it a little bit here.
Hylix has already got Fox down. Instant Fox.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Just add noodles.
The thing is, like, the question I want to see is, like, does Premium and General recognize that where this game is going, and are they going to be able to take it there? Because right now, I see Tatanka at 15 farms, and I see everyone else at 8. Maybe it's General at 9, right? Yeah. And I don't think this game is going to end right now. Like, even with this ferret harass,
no.
I think they need to realize where this game is headed and make that economy switch as soon as possible. Yeah, they are putting some pressure on this pirate, though.
The tank is so far ahead on farms. If they don't get massive damage,
yeah, they have to
agree
keep the
more.
farms
Like,
out here.
you need to...
They've got rid of the wire. They've got rid of the wire. They can push through here.
This could be okay, actually. Let's see it.
Well.
Ooh, it's a massive
so much,
point.
like, Tatanka has no units, honestly. It's just a 2v1 right now, and they're
through.
pushing through.
Oh,
What?
Killing this fox.
Right here.
This is too much greed.
That Hilux is gone.
That's it.
Hilux is gone. Hilux is gone.
Wow.
Oh, snap. Oh, that is
What?
such a huge blow.
No way.
Caster's curse, we were 100% wrong.
Dude, Tatanka is in a 1v2 situation.
But he's got the economy for 2, so let's see if he can do it.
I will say that, like, if anyone can pull off a 1v2, it is Tatanka.
He can't be in both places, but he's faced off General for now.
Oh my god, we're gonna see
Ooh.
the premium AI in the finals here.
That is crazy.
No way, dude. And I was just like, me and Tosh were both just thinking like, man, they're so far behind on economy. Like, this is how Tatanka always wins games. But like, that push actually worked. And they got punished for the green. And Tatanka's gonna have to tap the GG premium AI.
Let's go.
Let's go.
The underdog story. I believe.
Premium needs to win this tournament. Like, that is this whole thing.
Right? Yeah. Oh my goodness.
Wow.
Oh goodness.
We have our grand finals here. Sasha Lu versus Premium AI. The General, could you imagine the General like as like a newer player, at least new to tournament scene, and takes a win against Erlu and Sasha? Like, how crazy would that be?
Oh boy. Then we're like, all right, we expect you to be in the competitive league once it starts back up again. We expect you.
Where's your gold medal? Let's go. Come on. But yeah, no, seriously, like a huge upset here. Tatanka and Hilux absolutely the favorites in this match, but they're taken out, getting a little bit too greedy, and yeah, the underdogs, Premium Bow and General AI, moving to the finals with the overall, #1 seed of the tournament, Erlu and Sasha. So we'll see if they can make a miracle happen twice.
Insane. Absolutely insane. I thought for sure Tatanka would be in the finals. And they played a hell of a game. And here we go. Premium AI, we'll call it. I like that better than Premium versus General. Premium AI versus Sasha Lu coming up.
It sounds like you're trying to shill like a new AI you're building.
I know.
It's gonna Premium AI.
Give you gains in your blockchain computations and.
All right. Well, I'm going to take my tea break, so I'll be back in a few seconds.
Peter, thanks for the raid. Welcome in. Really fun day. I'm excited. I need to. I think I'm gonna clip that one game and give it like a clickbait title and be like the craziest game of 2v2 ever.
Oh my
gosh.
gosh.
Put like the toad on there and like the dog face or whatever the hell you do. You can get like 10,000 views in this. I'm pretty sure.
I definitely want to look back at that game and just be like, what exactly caused that whole thing to go as
just that series, I think, because that one game in its own was not like super crazy, but that best of 3, like you can see
best of 3 was super hype. I think that was because
I think
today.
The crazy thing is the fact that the way that they won is similar but different. Because the first one was like, all right, we have to isolate and just take out Tatanka as early as possible. But for game 3, it was the fact that they took out High like very early on, and Tatanka did not really have any units to try and fend off any kind of attack. So like, it was very interesting of how it went down for both of those games specifically.
I want to go hop into the Premium Bow Discord here at Team Room 3. If only it wasn't full, I would love to hear what's happening there. It's gotta be
perfect.
celebration.
Dude, the General is probably shaking right now, man. Like, crazy. Like I think him and Milk and Spookies are probably just, or they Milk and Spookies are probably just friends that play the game, you know. And now all of a sudden the generals in the finals. Like, let's go.
That's pretty sweet, man. I love these these weekend tournaments that this guy's been putting on. These are like my favorite things that have been happening recently.
I actually like this a lot because it can kind of get frustrating to host a whole season, especially like you know, when people are late playing their matches or they don't show up and that kind of stuff, and like, you know, season, and then it's a big commitment from a player too. Like, oh, yeah, I'm going to join this championship thing. I might have to deal with this for the next half a year, you know, where this is like,
months, right?
We spend a few hours on a weekend, we just knock it out, and it's a lot of fun. I think this guy does a really good job.
I feel really bad about missing it, to be honest.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's your loss, man. I think the tournament was fine without you, but it would have been fun to play, and you're normally pretty good with like 2v2's as well, so you could have done pretty well.
It's like Lucas is like my boy, and I missed his like big, his big event.
All right.
Well, we're just waiting for Sasha and Airlu. Sasha is here. Just saw them in the chat.
Sounds good. Sounds good.
Okay, cool. There's Sasha. Airlu should be coming in soon as well. And here for the big finals. So here we go.
I'm excited.
We've got Big Pimpatosh, Jason Blade, Urban Olive on the desk with me. We've got Sasha Lu versus Premium AI, which is my new crypto coin scam that I'm going to be
oh my god
sending out.
That's crazy. Imagine it blows up.
Those were randoms, right? Was those randoms?
Yeah, those are randoms. They both selected random.
Okay, so they random. They're giving Premium and General the random handicap, and Premium and General thinking on their comp. Hello.
Oh man, they dragged me in and I got an interview with them for 30 seconds.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's so funny.
Confirm, this is General's first tournament ever playing Tooth and Tail.
Yeah.
And here he is in the finals. He's very happy,
cool.
From what I can hear. And I was trying to ask him about their strategy going in, but you know, they dragged me out.
Yeah, they were like, "Get out of here, dude. We have a David versus Goliath situation going on."
We'll answer after we win.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly. There you go. Yeah, we'll go back to the post-game interview.
How much is Sasha paying you to get their strategy? Premium, dude.
Can I answer that right now?
I love this.
Whoa! What in the world?
But no.
No way.
Nah, he's trolling. He's trolling.
There's no way. No way.
I could see him do pile style. Tosh is probably the only one old enough to know what I'm talking about with that. But you need at least lizards.
Yeah, that's the one unit you pretty much need.
Drop one of the defenses for the lizards.
Yeah,
like,
and that's actually better than it looks. It really is.
But yeah, especially in 2v2s, like you can afford to have one player like play the defensive eco game, or the other is harassing with lizards.
Ooh, this might be it.
No,
this is it. This is it.
He load in.
Oh my god!
You're kidding me. What?
I'm excited. I am excited.
In the finals.
Oh my lord, this is so interesting.
Premium.
Okay, so best of 5, by the way.
Yeah. I just posted that in the general as well. This is best of 5. But it's like not being able to participate in that tier 1 war, you know, that we see happening time and time again.
Well, he can participate with the defenses too. He can set up machine guns and mines and stuff around their bases while General runs around with lizards too. General doesn't want to commit to an assault. He wants to, like, if he can pick off stuff, that's fine. But basically, he wants to have his lizards just constantly hovering just out of range so that they can attack if Sasha or Arelu ever move out.
Well, the problem is, like, General has to be so defensive in his play because he has to support not only his own base, but he has to support Premium because Premium can't defend anything.
But the way you play defensive by threatening to attack if Sasha and Arelu ever move out, and that gives Premium time to eco up and get defenses down, so that when Sasha and Arelu do build up an army enough to attack, they're moving into a really fortified position.
Yeah, and I think this is a great map, Tim, actually, for what Premium Bow is trying to do here, because they have a lot of mills that they can protect with some defenses here in the center, right? Like, if you set up some RDs and balloon cannons in the right spot, sure, there are some ways to walk around it, but it would be difficult. And here we go. First attack coming out here.
Attack.
Mines get at least one squirrel.
That's good, that's good. But yeah, the communication has to really be on point between Premium in general for this to work out, because like if there's any sort of miscommunication, they just lose.
Premium's going for the Fox immediately.
Okay.
I mean,
interesting.
And Sasha is going to scout this. So Sasha's going to know.
Easy
Look
scout.
at that, just right to it.
Yeah, there's the...
Sasha's usually not very good at scouting. That's kind of...
I mean, it kind of sucks because you're going to have to utilize the general here to try and prevent any kind of like scouting like that. And it's going to be super difficult to split things up and things. But now that they're aware, they're going to go ahead and start racking up very quickly.
Yeah,
as we
Sasha's
see a tier 3 on Sasha's side.
And I think that's the response Premium wants, to be honest. Like, Sasha, I mean, Premium was kind of gambling with that early Fox. Like, I think if they attacked, that would have been bad. But since Sasha's like, okay, let's play tier 3, this gives Premium Bow the time to set up, you know, balloons and arties and draw the line of the sand.
Okay, Fox is supply blocks, but it's more important to keep the defensive wall, you know, solid.
Yep.
Because then the Fox will get the time to come out. But he sells a machine gun anyway.
The Fox has been paid for now with that move.
I don't think they can crack the 3 machine guns and the mines with.
Yeah, and plus look at General's army. Like skunks are not here though, and Airloot does have skunks. But if they can just hold down long enough for the Fox to get here, you know, there is no anti-Fox repellent spray just yet. So
they're working with that.
All right,
to get an RT.
Really good angle right there.
Here comes the fight, and this is the problem. You got double.
Wait, General wasn't fighting. General didn't have his army take the machine gun.
Yeah, that's not good. Yeah, that might be
gone, but there is a ton of MGs behind it. You know, the Fox is about to pop out. I don't think this is game over by any means.
This isn't as bad as it looks because this mill had only 1 farm on it.
Yeah,
that's true. So
the bigger problem is that Airlu has a second base. Like, Premium's got to really start getting some work done here.
Now the Fox is out. It has at least 1 skunk to support it. The wolf. There's still time before the wolf gets here. Did they ever scout that? They didn't.
Okay, that's gonna be a surprise. Not when you ever want to find out. Boar is also on its way. Might get the wolf buff, but here comes the Fox just poking. Honestly, we need to see some good Fox damage here.
Yeah, he's only getting tier.
General needs to go.
Yeah, General needs to be careful. General needs to.
Trying to bait for these.
The artillery's not gonna work.
Mine's doing a good job.
Oh damn, that was a lot of good mine hits. Holy. Oh wow, maybe the artillery will. The General just needs to go throw down farms. Just throw down a million farms.
If this arty gets up, it's a very different game.
Yeah.
Well,
Alright,
honestly,
we got a tier 3 getting popped out for the boar.
The boar could do a pretty good job against all these clumped defenses, right? 2 MGs right next to an arty.
Actually, the boar coming. Yeah, the boar.
So the boar
solo this.
Yeah, I don't think
unless,
he can anything else.
Fox can get some serious
Fox is playing with fire!
Yeah.
And the wolf is the counter to it.
And that's exactly when you need the Fox right now to get the tier 3 to get that board down.
That might be it.
Yeah, that wolf buff board does not care about it.
Yeah, that's it.
You know,
that's
I really
a shame.
Think the eco had a lot to do in this game too. I mean, Airly was just way ahead with economy. I think there was some good decision making there, but.
Emily's only on 8 farms. Like that's about where.
But an extra 5 farms, you know, especially when the economies are low like this.
I think if the General would have invested into the quarter mill a little bit more earlier, if he would have invested in there, it wouldn't have been as bad. But they invested so late into that game that it ended up not mattering.
But you know what? For a game where Premium didn't bring it tier 1, and besides that, he didn't bring it tier 2, and then brought Fox. Okay, they got pretty far.
Defense was pretty dope.
Yeah, that
was a crazy game, dude.
I mean, think about how that would have gone if it was a slightly better map for defenses, right? Yeah. This could have been a totally. It was a wide open map, and they almost won. So.
Yeah.
That first attack that busted them with the skunks kind of flanking, like the General's units not in the best position to help out. If they weathered that storm a little bit better, they might have won the game. but I don't want them to lose from not ecoing up. So I hope that they get a little more aggressive with staying on par with farms. But here we go.
Yep. We're not going all defense this time from Premium.
Oh man.
So
probably a
good
more
better map for Sashaloo, definitely. But
yeah.
I think it's still playable for Premium AI. I mean, they have two expansions that are pretty easy. And most games honestly only come down to like 2 bases anyways, so I don't like to overanalyze. Like, oh well, this person gets a 4th base, and this one, you know.
Yeah.
Like 9 times out of 10, we never get that far, and it doesn't matter. Sneaky goals here.
Full rush here. Gonna go home. Gonna really commit to this. Not even gonna try to. Wait, this is gonna be a snipe. They can't burrow to this until it's finished building. Will Sasha see this? Sasha's not aware. This is. If Premium just burrow to it.
No to burrow. I was gonna say it.
Yes. Just go. Just get it.
Go.
Oh, this is stressing me out.
Premium, please.
Go. You don't need a boat.
That's it. That's easy.
It. Hey, wow.
Free food.
He's looking for 4. He's greedy.
Okay, he's being a little bit greedy here. That's not gonna.
They are half as much damage on this current patch, so they don't really kill pigs anymore. But we got a farm.
Yeah.
Yep.
Double.
What, a 40 food difference from that one? That's not too bad.
Yeah, but Araloo is looking for
Araloo can just get enough farm back. He's got 2 lizards, and there's no tier 1.
General needs to move his squirrels up to help assist here.
Yeah,
he's on the way.
He'll get one for sure.
Okay, yep. So, good trade.
Both players trade a tier 1 for a farm in the early game. Kind of pretty much even.
This is what we need to see some expansions out of Premium AI. Like, I just would hate for them to lose because they fell behind in economy.
Oh no, these are free squirrels here if we're not paying attention.
Yeah, those squirrels are gone. That's easy.
Oh,
that's huge hit.
340.
Yeah, so I mean, when we see 40 food, right? That's 2 lizards lost. It's not a huge deal in the grand scope of things, but in the early game like this, when you only have 400 food to your name, that's 10% of your food just lost for free. So
we're going to get another more harassment, but it's not gonna work out this time.
I mean, that's still an even trade with the lizards, even with the fox, the pig help. Oh no!
Oh, nice.
Targeting here from
okay.
So that's even things out. I think the food counts are pretty much dead even right now.
All right, let's get some expansions cooking. General needs to expand.
Yeah.
I really like the expansion here from Premium. I think it was better for him to take this meal because I think a 1.5 base badger here
they're
for
gonna
him is
try
really
to deny.
Good.
They can't realistically.
Realistically, they can't.
Like Avaloo's the only one here.
But the general does need to go ahead and get a second mill too.
Now the Premium has this territory. Right? There's going to be MGs, there's going to be barbed wire, and that's going to put a lot of distance between these 2 bases. Take this space.
Oh, get that wire, get that wire.
Barbed wire, that's a lot of free
that's
food again.
Nice!
And this is a window, taking some army.
Ooh, that was great. This might
Taking
be...
these fights is 2. Araloo jumping in, and this is looking really good. Turnarounds and fight, don't run.
Okay.
Yeah, I think we gotta leave. You gotta leave from here.
You can't overextend here.
Premium AI stance.
General, no!
Oh my god, this is stressing me out.
What is he doing?
But now you're locked in, you can't run. Yeah, so now you're losing your entire army for 1 pig, right? And Premium boat needs some harassment, but for what, really?
Yeah, you didn't have enough lizards over here to make a big enough impact. And the counterattack here might just be devastating. Let's see, the general only has tier 1, so we should be able to rebuild squirrels pretty quickly.
I have been trying to point out for the last 2 minutes that a mole attack, a standard mole attack that Sasha and Alu are really good at, is just going to choose and all of Premium AI's
shooting through this mill immediately, and
that's probably
that's been proven right. You know that the moles are just so good at getting through the defenses.
Yeah, they're so good against turrets. All right, well, that's a 2-0 lead for Sashaloo. They need 1 more game. And
up against the wall.
We'll get the finals. Or could we see Premium AI put a point on the board and start a comeback here?
I want them to at least get 1.
We need Sashaloo to get cocky.
Full random, no balls.
4 random, no balls.
Full random from everybody.
Oh, Sasha getting a good full random though. Wow. Well played. That's a full random. That was the first random.
Yeah, Sasha first random. Yeah, full random. Yep.
Avaloo cheated a bit.
Yeah, did a couple.
Ooh, okay, interesting.
But they still ended up with Squirrel, Lizard, and Mole on their team, so...
And Crow, honestly, it's a big deal. Like,
so we also have like 4 tier 3 units on.
Of all the units, the Crow is the most. Of all the I'm just trying to say that of all the new units on this patch, or mod, or whatever you want to call it, the Crows are definitely the most meta shifting, because they just they scale so well especially for a tier 1 unit.
Yeah, and it's interesting that it's a tier 1 that doesn't get destroyed by Skunk or Boar, you know? Yeah. It's like a tier 1 you can't AoE.
Yeah.
And it turns out the Crows kind of suck in the early game, honestly. Like, they're not that good in low numbers, but when you get, like, a Wolf, and you get, like, 25 of them, and you put them in an army, all of a sudden, you start to look pretty damn good.
They're a weird unit because they're a late-game tier 1 unit.
Exactly.
Like, yeah, it's interesting.
The thing is, like, if you have 30 lizards, you know, past the 10-minute mark, you're in trouble because there's not enough tiles. But if you have 30 lizards and 30 crows, they can all take the same tiles at the same time, which means they can do the same DPS, which is a big part of the crows that's really nice.
Yeah. Well,
also, you know what's kind of funny? I didn't know this. The crows don't hit each other. They can only hit ground.
Right, yeah. Yeah. 2 crow armies, and they just ignore each other.
And they just pass in the night.
So better map here for Sasha Lu, but Premium AI can expand, I guess, towards the western front. I'm curious what this last Hail Mary attempt is going to be, and Premium is deciding on some skunks early on. What do you guys think? What would you do if you were in Premium Bow shoes right now?
I don't know. I think I would. I would definitely. I think I would go for high tier 3. I think I would probably try and go. I definitely try and go lizard harassment in the early game.
Yeah.
Damage. Yeah. I'd like to take a multi tier 3 deck, but you don't really. I don't think you want to go late game with Sasha Aralu.
I agree.
And the late game isn't too bad. It's the getting there, because Sasha and Aralu are both experts at the mid game. That's where they're like at their strongest. So you're just trying to survive that mole push in the mid game that is gonna come out.
Stuff coming out.
Well,
Sasha sees it, but are they in time? Do they have enough?
Sasha has a triple, even if it does get that.
This depends.
Ooh, I don't know if this is looking like a good defense.
This is not gonna look good, I don't think.
Stick around here so long, but yeah, they're gonna get
Now, this could be a possibility for a counter too, and they're going for it.
Say, like, this could be a really devastating counter. There is a nice defensive, like, natural terrain here, and I don't think they're going to choose to attack.
General is trying to go in. I think this is going to be a mistake. His army's going to get caught out. I think he could get a pig and then run.
Don't see it coming yet, though.
Right now, the army's not there, but yeah, he's got to run really quick, and he's not going to
run!
Oh, no. You got to take one and zip. You got to take 2
those
zip.
lizards coming in now.
Yeah,
those are the demons, right?
No.
Yeah,
so
not the greatest trade.
I think fundamentally I agree with what they're trying to do here, like put on some early game aggression, because you're not going to beat Sasha and Aralu, like Tasha's saying, in the mid game and in balancing farms and tech and that kind of stuff. Like, I think your best bet would have been just like build nothing but lizards go burr, and just go for it.
Yeah. It just sucks because
it's like 5 or 6 farms and then just slam down endless tier 1 and try and isolate them, pick off.
Yeah.
Yeah, the issue is, look at Sasha's economy, man. It's so crazy.
Yeah, the economy's already like off the charts for
I think Premium AI has this one like
triple owl dropped. Yeah, so when I messaged Sasha, they told me, I'll do full random fine, but I want owl, and this is what we're seeing: triple owl in the back.
Here we go, big attack.
Of course.
I mean, unfortunately,
they actually did that, and Aralu's starving now.
Yeah, but he has the
that's interesting.
That was a great attack. They're going to clean up these falcons as well.
Are they?
They're going to get pulled away,
they're doing a lot of damage.
But they should pull back. They should pull back.
Aralu, that was an excellent fight.
They need to finish this while they've got the army advantage.
Oh, yeah,
If they can stop Aralu from buying farms, they win the game, no? Like, if they can find where that second mill is and just keep putting the pressure on, Erlu will not be able to do anything.
Well, Erlu is now going to be forced to sell his Falcon
Erlu has a wolf, though.
In fact, if they get that Falcon Warren, Avalu's got
Oh, they're still out of this game.
They just gotta...
Mo's on the wall.
They gotta take out the
rally on the wolf!
Oh!
Can anyone notice it? No, it's gonna be safe. So this should be the defense again. Sasha losing 4 farms on top of it, forced to sell an owl.
And they did lose one of the owl warrens as well too.
2 hours building. That is definitely premium AI has a chance, but now they've got 8 farms between them.
Yeah, 5
I mean,
minute
Erlu's essentially out of this game, only there for the wolf. Essentially at this point,
the wolf is enough though. Quite frankly.
Yeah,
for real. Like if they took out the wolf, then Arrow was out. But the
problem
problem is trying to
the
take
wolf
out.
does not really mesh with these owls. If you know, they're not really adding much besides buffing a couple lizards at this point.
The wolf will let the owls out faster, and it would let them get up to 8 farms faster.
Another sneak attack coming in. I don't think this is going to go quite as well because you're getting a mill, sure, but what are you really getting?
Yeah, it's kind of a pointless mill.
I think with the goal, we'd be trying to get rid of these owls.
If they'd got that attack a bit earlier, before Aralu had got this second base up, then they would have been able to knock him out. They came very close.
Yeah. You know what? In my opinion, I don't know if this to be true, but I think that Sasha and Erlu could have won this game 5 minutes ago. Not 5 minutes ago, but 2 minutes ago, and Sasha's going, please let me get 5 owls on the board. I just want to have 5 owls. And they're choosing to just not attack because...
I agree 100%. Sasha's trying to show off here. But man, that was really close attempts from premium AI here.
But if they were able to take out that wolf, it would have made this game a little bit more interesting.
They're trying to be sneaky. Unfortunately, they're too close to each other.
These mice are gonna absolutely destroy this army right now. I mean, the third
It's
battle here as well. Like, you don't even need to have girls be part of it.
Feels
the
bad.
wolf
army zombie invasion for real. These undead mice. Perfectly
You know what?
thematic for this tournament.
It's very, very fitting, very ironic.
Oh yeah,
that we're gonna finish this off with dead mice. That's probably GG's then.
Unfortunately, the bad guys win.
Look at that! Have the single mole transitions all the mice across. That's awesome. All right.
Well,
you know what?
That's the win with Mass Owl, as is tradition in 2v2. So, great job to Sasha Erlu. Absolutely killed it this tournament, and cool of them to be good sports and like hit some randoms too, try to make things fun. But big congratulations to them. They will be winning the bragging rights and I believe a little bit of Steam gift card money thanks to this guy. So.
Yeah, not bad.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is it for the events. Thanks for hanging out with me, everybody. I thought it was really fun. What do you guys think?
It was really fun.
Hello.
Whoa.
Oh my gosh.
Congratulations,
Sasha,
winner.
Sasha,
how did it feel to win with the owls at the very end?
Yeah, I mean, owls are like, it's pretty fun to mass owl.
Yeah.
I knew it. Yeah, 100%. Yeah. Nice. Well played.
I love stuff like this. I love this kind of format. Big shout out to this guy for like bobbing and weaving and keeping games going. But like it was pretty like clean in my opinion. Like it was pretty fast. Like you just kept going match after match, and I loved like just having it one and done on a weekend and not being committed into it forever. So really cool event. What did you guys think? How did you enjoy playing the event, Sasha?
It was fun.
You guys didn't get to do the thematic of the traitor, the loser, and getting on a new team because you guys just kept winning too much, but...
I could never betray Arlu, so we just had to win.
I thought the match between who was Tatanka's team and Premium Bo's team, man, like that was so crazy with the lizards there. I think that was probably my favorite today. What do you guys think? Any matches that stood out either playing or watching?
Yeah, for me, that was that best of 3 that we saw right before this. That was definitely a YouTube video worthy if you know.
Oh yeah,
put the effort into that, Deltia. So I think that's a really good one. It's gonna be a little chaotic with the 4 casters just screaming over each other, but I think it was fun. A good vibe.
I was trying to balance us as best as I could on the fly, but I think chat was telling me it was okay. So, really fun event. Yeah. I love this kind of stuff. I like that, and I appreciate too, like folks like Sasha, Airlu, Tatakas are like randoming, against some of the newer players. Like the General, for example, it's like their first time. I think all of you were talking to them a little bit, like new player, first event. They like end up in the finals, so that was really fun for them. It's always cool to see that kind of stuff happening. What else we got doing here?
And they shall appear. The General, how was that?
How did you enjoy the event, the General?
That was amazing. I loved every bit of it. 10 out of 10 would come again.
So, are you new to the game, or just haven't been in a tournament, or?
First tournament in the game, and most of my I'm only on 73 hours of playtime, and most of that was in a private friend group where I had like 3 other friends that we do FFAs in.
Cool.
So that's like 90% of my practice. So yeah, this is kind of my first, I guess, online tournament, or even just online Tooth and Tail.
Yeah, wow. We love to see it. Yeah, definitely. I mean, we love seeing new players in. Obviously, we're a small community, but we always try to keep an event like this at least on the horizon. And it's great to see new folks showing up and having a good time and making it to the finals, man. How was Premium Bo yelling at you, coaching you the whole time, or how was that dynamic? So I don't know if you know, but Premium Bo is kind of one of the most famous 2v2 players. He's just really passionate about 2v2, and then Sasha and Airlu are 2 of the best players of all time, in 1v1 tournaments and stuff like that. So yeah.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Sorry, I forgot the question.
Oh yeah, the question was Premium Bo coaching you, or how was the dynamic? Kind of getting thrown on with somebody else, you never met, and just gotta figure it out.
Since this is actually probably one of my first 2v2 experiences total, first, you could probably see with the game with me and Spook, we both had no idea what to do, so we were just throwing stuff at the wall until anything stuck. But once Premium Bo came in, he basically just said, "Let's squirrel rush them. I don't think we have a shot." And then that seemed to work out for the first few games. And then by the time we hit Sasha and the other guy, we were just not confident enough. So the other guy memed a bit, and then I just tried working around it.
Sure. Yeah, we were really excited when you got that mill there. But yeah, overall, it was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed doing stuff like this. But gentlemen,
I can't wait to check out the stream.
Yeah, it's on Twitch. Okay, so Twitch is a little bit of a problem right now because they started adding hour limits. So it won't let me publish this VOD because I have so much historical Tooth and Tail on this channel from the 8 years I've been doing this.
What?
So I've been exporting everything to YouTube, and then that way I don't have to just delete Tooth and Tail history. But long story short, the VOD, look for it on YouTube. It should be coming out in the next couple days. So, but it might not be there on Twitch. It might be. I'm not sure. Maybe check my past broadcast. But Twitch is yelling at me.
And what's the YouTube channel?
It's the same. Tooth and Tail TV. It's the same as the Twitch handle. So yeah, I try to put all these VODs up there as well. But cool. Anybody have any last thoughts here before we wrap this one up?
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna go put my laundry away. So thanks for having me, guys. And
this guy, thanks for the event. I think we all had a ton of fun. So how was the chaos of the back end, trying to manage everything?
Oh, it was smooth, I'd say. It wasn't that bad. Cool. I just wanted to come here and say thanks to all of you for participating and attending. Congratulations to Sasha and Errol for winning another season, and to Premium and the General for second place, and the Tank and Hilux for third place. This was a great joy to watch.
Sorry I missed it. First time I think I've just blanked on a tournament after signing up for it.
Yeah, well, thank you for putting it together, man. It's always a lot of fun, and this is what keeps the scene alive. And yeah, we had some new players in it today, and we always try to have something cooking up over the next couple months. So if anybody has any tournament ideas, just reach out to us. Organize it. I love these one-off day things. I always am more skeptical on it. I always think it's gonna not be as smooth as it was. But I think today was pretty smooth. There wasn't really downtime. We kind of went match to match, and we were able to keep it moving pretty quick. So cool.
Yeah.
Well, I think I'm gonna wrap it up. Thanks everybody, and we will catch y'all. We will catch y'all next time. See ya.
Yeah.
Bye bye.